Yeah, man. Me in here. Me and the big homie. Arata. Oh, shalom. My fault. I didn't think y'all could hear me. I'm sitting here doing my show, a live hangout, and wanted to call in the nation noise and see what y'all be talking about.
Oh, yeah, basically, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just more so everybody gets to know each other just because it's the fact we all on the church. You know what I mean? You kind of build up either one community up to maybe 5 to 10, and you never know where it goes from there, but you got to start somewhere.
Absolutely.
Like just to sum everything that we talked about on the last few calls, and kind of been contemplation in a few words. And like I said, the thing that we don't do is tell everything that we're doing just based on the simple fact. If you've been on any of the other calls, we can have people kind of join in that wasn't invited. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I mean, somebody was playing music one time when we was trying to talk about some important things, making sure that we couldn't hear each other. Another time we had somebody just kind of just nagging, just kind of doing a little.
You gotta
get 2 cents about a bunch of nothing.
Yeah, the trolls. Y'all need to get on that G+, man. That way you can monitor the trolls. You can eject them. You can block them. Do whatever you need to do.
Yes, we're gonna get a lot more organized, but it just started just a few weeks ago. Like it's really something that we just literally thought of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was kind of one of the things we running with, but we didn't want to wait. Like, what's the point of waiting to get it together?
That's right.
Once you come up with the ideas,
start walking.
You kind of just speak it in emotion. If you believe in it and you have faith in it, and you just work towards it, it's gonna happen.
That's how it works.
Whatever you're working for, I feel like. Or whatever. Like I said, with the right type of people, man, there ain't no reason that we're gonna fail at this. Like what we're looking to do is basically something that has been done without people before. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not like we're trying to do something that's impossible. We're just trying to do something that everyone's scared to do in this generation.
Right.
Because of what's happened to the previous.
What is the goal?
I mean, hey, I know have you ever heard of Black Wall Street?
Yeah.
That's it. We're trying to Black Wall Street, but not just in Tulsa, Oklahoma, like because we had an internet and all of us are so spread apart. Why not do what they did in Tulsa, Oklahoma in multiple cities? You know what I mean? So where we don't ask them for nothing. I mean, nothing. Not a job, not a piece of food, not a piece of fabric, not entertainment, nothing. I mean, literally nothing.
That's how you do it, man.
Eliminate their whole existence. Even though we know they're still there, we eliminate their whole existence. And we allow everybody else that don't want to get in, everybody else that kind of took it with a joke. Yeah, it started, like I said, to the point where right now you got to think about it. Not even 100 of us have donated, and we already over $700 in donations.
Excellent.
Now, hold on, I'm even going to go this far. Not even 50 of us. And we got pledges. Keep in mind, we have pledges. So I take people's word for it. So even though people don't have money right now, that don't mean they're not going to come with it within a week or two or a month or two. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's people that believe in this. So I'm also worried about them. It's not about having money, so to speak, or having a lot of money to donate, because the whole point of doing this is to get us all out the situation where we all live in paycheck to paycheck anyway.
Now, is this a Black Lives Matter connected situation?
This is black thought of, black funded. You know what I'm saying? Like, not even, I ain't even gonna say just black. Like, we going with Mexicans, we going with Latinos also. You know what I'm saying? We feel like those are our people also. It's just, if this country look at you as a minority, we want you.
Okay.
Because we not stupid. We are the majority. You see what I'm saying? So for us to continue to believe that we the minority talk from the same people that stole our land, and really we outnumbered by 10 to 1. Like, I don't understand why we stay down like this. I don't understand how so many people waking up on Facebook, everybody talking about uniting, but the first minute that you talk about really uniting and doing something, the first thing that comes in their mind was, oh, I can't trust sending my money here, or I can't trust probably this, or I can't trust it. Okay, but at the end of the day, you trust a bank with your money.
Every day. Every day. Don't know who they are from nothing.
Hold on. You think your Social Security is secure, yet you don't even know the people's security. You don't know their Social Security number, so how really secure is it? You know what I'm saying? So people swear they do everything to protect themselves and their identities and all these things. But really, I don't get it. Like, if you're not protected, you're not private. Like, nothing that you have is to yourself. Right, that's Nothing. Nothing. You want to get you want to make that social security number. That's used at any given time. Any time. And guess what? You can be held accountable for what's being used because I want you. You're not protected. Thank you. You're not really protected. How you gonna protect me for something that belongs to me? It's your guy. It ain't protected. And on top of that, look, this is how they get. They make us think like it's scams out there. People trying to get our identity, so we find identity theft and identity loss type of things. Like if it's the thing, y'all can find Saddam Hussein and terrorists in a whole other country, but y'all can't find people that's stealing our money that might be right now in backyard. Is you know, so like through the internet, honestly, all through transactions that can be traced at that. So y'all, it's still a system, a traceable system. Y'all can't find nobody that that's how you know they're stealing the money. Why would they convict themselves? It's just common sense. Like I'm not. If I stole your money, what you gonna do about it? Right? Just try to call me and tell me that somebody stole your money, and I'm gonna just basically play dumb and say, okay, well, we're gonna look into it. You see what I'm saying? And even for the cases where the people do get their money back, think about it. Well, if I stole about $1,000 from you, and I basically spent it, but I got all this money coming in from other people, I can just replace it.
That's what they do. That's exactly what they do. All day, every day.
That's all, bro. I used to work for a lot of these type of companies, and that's all they do. If you want to talk about who really getting over on us, it's the companies. How many people you know hate their job? You see what I'm saying? You should love your job, so to speak. How many people actually hate what they do on a daily basis? And if your company really cared about you, the last thing they want you doing is being uncomfortable, because you already know when you start feeling a certain way and feeling a little shaded out, you don't work as hard as you can.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't put as much effort in. You don't care about the company, so to speak. So it's a matter of getting out this system, man. Like, we get treated like dogs, and don't nobody want to say nothing. Like, everybody's swerving down. We need money to live, but don't nobody want to say the truth. We need the trees to live. Like, the trees that we get the money from, that's what we need to live, but don't nobody want to fight for the trees. That's how stupid they are. You know what I'm saying? Everybody think we need jobs. Back when we was cultural living, all we was doing was protecting our village. We didn't have jobs. We went to go get some water. We went to go get some food for the day. We came back home and chill with each other. That's it. That was our day right there. That was a day's work right there. You have to worry about trusting your brother and not trusting your brother, because you already know we stuck together as a village of people. You see what I'm saying? Who else gonna protect us? We didn't have no cops. You couldn't call 911 back then. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have house phones. Yeah, we didn't even have houses.
Have you ever heard of the FAU?
No.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I heard of the college, but I don't know about no college or anything in FAU.
Okay.
But yeah, like, even think about, like I said, a lot of the Hebrew camps, you know what I mean, that's in trouble. Like, how many of them are doing this? How many of them are united with each other?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's only
about 4 of us doing that. Well, actually 5 of us. It's 2 Torah only camps doing that. The Mighty Hebrew, and then this other guy, King Yan. I can't remember his Hebrew name. And then the other guy is Nasi Yashuvel, and then another camp is FOPE. They are on the Unity Doctrine, and then our camp, which is New Jerusalem.
And see, this is the crazy part. Notice, you mentioned all the good ones, but all the major ones that everybody seems to get brainwashed by.
That's right.
They're not the ones. You see what I'm saying?
That's right. All the famous ones are against it. Yep.
All the attention. We got all the ways right now. We kind of got every. You got to think, man, that's just how the devil works, man. That's all it is. Like, they get more attention based off the fact they're doing the devil's work. The devil gonna bless you with that. Because you got to think about it. It's only a remnant, a real remnant. Like, people use their remnant scripture and you disagree with them. People use their remnant scripture when you got a problem with them. They don't use that remnant scripture when it comes to seeing who really the remnant is. The remnant is really your situation right here. Those who are really serious about coming together, not making Facebook posts, but taking it a step further. We started with that. We all built a bond on Facebook. Now we're on the phone. It's going to get to a point where we go from being on the phone to now we're in executive business and stuff together. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Possibly helping each other family though, living within, because like I said, everybody right now is separated, but the whole point of us buying land is to buy it in the most popular cities that we feel like we can build in, so to speak. Where the majority of us are, and everybody else is migrating there the same way that they did on us. Like, that's all we have to do is repeat the cycle, but in the good way, so to speak. in a defensive way, so to speak. Like, it's not, people think it's hard, but really you got to think about it. Every day you wake up, you can gather a new person in. You can bring a new person in. And like I said, I wanted to get to about 20,000, 50,000 people because I know it's possible. But now we want to get to about 500 to 1,000. Because it's like, why bring that many people in and have that many heads when we don't really need that many heads when you really think about it? Because 500 people, man, think about it. 500 people all coming up with $100. Let's say we give ourselves a month time. Like I said, that's 50,000 in a month.
Easy.
Yeah. It's cash. Just cash. And not only can we buy multiple properties, but like I said, there's multiple business owners that just open up their own business, land, or housing, so to speak. You see what I'm saying?
I want to thank you, sir. Is this Frank speaking?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Frank, this is Janae's mom. How you doing this evening?
I'm doing fine. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. I wanted to share something really quick with something from my own experience that I've been blessed to be able to be a part of. Well, I'm out here in Kinloch, Missouri. I'm right in the middle of First. It's the first black city in this state of Missouri that was established by African Americans. And it's pretty much on its last leg. They wanted corruption and everything. But let me tell you something though, you know. About 4 years ago, the fire district was shut down. They were broke. They had nothing, you know. And I was the secretary on the board, and I saw what was going on there. It was corruption and a lot of stealing, you know. And I decided to stick it out and stay there and wait my turn because they had the stuff locked up. So I went in there by myself. And I prayed the whole time to help me with that place. Because I didn't know what I was doing, but I just knew that I wanted to save that place. Because they established it in 1943 with $5. It was a black fire district, you know. And back in the day, before I was born, Ferguson used to be Kinloch. Jersey used to be Kinloch. Lambert Airport used to be Kinloch Airfield. You know? I remember that. So they took all of it, right? And they sold it for a little bit of nothing. And the noise abatement basically killed the city. But anywho, I went in there sew everything up. Because that's what I had to do. I tried to sort through the mess, but I couldn't. I ended up breaking my foot and ankle, which probably happened for a reason, because I had to sort through all that paperwork, and I had to sit there with, you know, in pain and go through that stuff, but I went through it, you know, and I just decided to scrap it because everything was so jacked up. And so it was only 2 people, and they were white men, and they came and they helped me, right? Yep. And I got up every day, and I walked up to that fire station on purpose, just to walk through the city, you know, and we got it together. And I can tell you that that fire district is doing better than the city. I went from having nothing in the bank account, raising money, doing raffles, fundraisers. We didn't get much money, but I just ended up starting paying some of the bills myself, just to keep it open out of my own pocket because I didn't care. And then finally, something happened. Development started coming to the city of Kinloch. And I was able to endorse a check of $125,000 for that fire district. And I took it to the bank, and the white man took that check. And he gave me the strangest look. And I was so happy. I just smiled all in. And, you know, that's the kind of stuff that won't show. You know, haven't been to that fire district since it's been open. You know, they only come out here when there's something bad going on.
Pull up your Google Hangout and scroll your mouse to the left, and at the top, hit the blue button, and then type your questions in.
You know what? I'm not finna beg. I'm not gonna beg right now. If you wanna join us to get it back together and keep us open 24/7, then join us. I'm here to tell you that fire district got some very good qualified paramedics, EMTs, and firefighters on them trucks, and they do it for free. They don't even get a paycheck, and their service is going to be better than Berkeley, Ferguson, and anywhere, and they go everywhere. You hear me?
Right.
They go everywhere.
They actually
and I'm proud of that. And this is the killer part. It's a black fire district, but the firemen are 90% of them are white or Mexican or some other dude saying they're not black. You know, they won't come. Yeah, it is.
Roberto.
In the same service, you know, you can learn a lot, and that district is a piss stop.
Who's that talking, man?
These nation noise. These people are just getting started, but they finally figured out that they're supposed to be doing autonomous things.
And doing what?
They finally figured out a couple of days ago that they should be doing autonomous things and building an autonomous governmental. I mean, well, they're dealing with autonomous business structure.
Autonomous business structure? You mean hiding in the fucking shadows because they're too afraid to put their balls on the fucking table? Stand up like a fucking man with a goddamn fucking spine?
That's right, bro.
Oh, fuck that shit, man.
That's how I feel.
I ain't fucking dealing with nobody who ain't got a fucking backbone and a pair of fucking iron cast motherfucking balls, man. Fuck that shit.
That's right, Plan Artist.
86 that fucking shit. I'm ready to stand the motherfucker up and fight 1,000 motherfucking warriors for what I believe in. Fuck that autonomous bullshit.
So what you suggest that we be integrated with business and their government?
Who's saying integrated with what? Who are you talking to?
I'm asking you that question.
Integrated? Listen. It's the motherfucking government for the people, by the fucking people. We put these motherfuckers in power. It's that fucking simple. They do what the fuck we tell them to do, not based on their best interest. You tell me why every motherfucker that goes into government ends up becoming a goddamn fucking millionaire, and this motherfucker's out there poor as a motherfucker. That tells you that if you run for motherfucking government, that's how you get rich, off of somebody else's motherfucking back. Fuck that shit, man. Motherfuckers in government ain't supposed to be making more money than you.
Right.
They ain't supposed to be living better than you. They ain't supposed to be living as bad as you, but they ain't supposed to be living better than you. Period. Shit's supposed to be a fucking balance. You pay their taxes, they're supposed to be looking out for your best interest, not looking out for their motherfucking best interest.
That's right, but very intelligent. You know what I'm saying? Differences.
These motherfuckers in government ain't smart. They just happen to be at the right place at the right motherfucking time, dealing with the motherfucking right people.
That's what I'm saying.
We want access to the motherfucking people so we can be there too.
Yeah, exposure to the information that they have, and
these motherfuckers ain't got no information that we ain't already got. We smarter than these motherfuckers, man. We all smarter. The four of us motherfucking on this panel right now got a collective motherfucking IQ of over fucking 280.
That's what.
And it's just four of us. There's motherfucking 100 of the motherfuckers in Congress and the Senate. So you tell me, man, where the fuck is the balance?
Ain't no
fuck
balance.
That shit, man.
From the government.
I ain't mad at a fucking single fucking person in government runs a fucking Senate Intelligence Committee, got any motherfucking intelligence. They got their fucking head up their ass, trying to kill us. That's what they fucking all about.
That's right.
And then you can't fucking call them and say, listen, I got a problem. I got a problem.
It's the big homie.
It's just my homie. It's motherfucking everybody's problem. So you gonna listen to me. You make an appointment or some shit. Fuck you and your appointment, motherfucker.
What's going on tonight, boy?
Fuck that bullshit, man. Ain't no motherfucking intelligence in the motherfucking government. There ain't no such thing as the U.S. intelligence community. They're a bunch of motherfucking dumbass motherfuckers is what they are.
They got access to the information that makes them rich.
Yeah, that's called motherfucking our money. That's what the access they got. They know how to take our money and put it in their motherfucking pocket, brother.
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
They coerce you and put you under duress to tell you you don't pay your taxes, nigga. I'm gonna put you in motherfucking jail. That's what they do. They threaten you and fucking put fear in you to get you to thinking that there's debtor prison. There ain't no such thing as debtor prison, motherfucker. That shit was abolished. But they can still put your ass in jail for not paying your motherfucking taxes. We're trying to feed your fucking family. That's some bullshit, dude.
Yeah.
They threaten your ass. They threaten your ass into paying your motherfucking taxes so they can put it in their motherfucking pocket. So they can decide who they fucking contracting buddies give money for a contract or some shit to do some fucking military or industrial complex bullshit in another country you ain't got a problem with. Muhammad Ali said this shit. Malcolm X said this shit. I ain't got no problem with the motherfucking people in fucking another country.
That's right.
They ain't trying to come here to fuck with me. We fucking with them. So why the fuck should I pay you to go fuck with somebody I ain't got problems with?
Mm-hmm.
They feed you this bullshit. Fuck that integrating bullshit. I ain't saying we should be apart from it, but we need to let these motherfuckers know what time it is. Nigga, you work for me. I don't fucking work for you. You do what I tell you to fucking do. And if I get 100,000 signatures telling you, you better fucking get this shit done, I better watch it on fucking C-SPAN and see you get it fucking done, nigga.
I think
I'm gonna put another nigga in place who can get it motherfucking done.
I think Nas got 1 million signatures.
Fuck that shit, man.
Nas got 1 million signatures and nobody lifted one finger.
The only people motherfucking out in the motherfucking society in the United States is motherfucking brothers who are educating themselves, know what the fucking system is all about. The rest of these motherfuckers is goddamn fucking zombies.
That's right.
And you know what happened to motherfucking zombies, right? You can't motherfucking cure a zombie. You gotta kill that nigga.
You gotta kill him. You gotta behead
You
him.
gotta cut that nigga's head off.
That's right.
I don't give a fuck if the government's listening to this shit. NSA, suck my dick. FBI, fuck you.
That's right.
Secret Service, go fuck your mother. DHS, you motherfucking Jeb, whatever motherfucker your name is, go suck Obama's dick.
Y'all done pissed.
That's right, motherfucker. My name is Robert motherfucking Bassano. I'm in Medellin, Colombia. Come bring it, motherfucker. I'll send you motherfuckers back in fucking FedEx boxes.
I pissed them off, man.
Motherfuckers. Tired of they fucking bullshit. Now, I'm going to tell you what the fuck I'm tired of. I tried to report some motherfucking shit to DHS for these motherfuckers. That they possibly got a terrorist in their motherfucking country. This motherfucker got deported 10 motherfucking years ago. He a Pakistani. And the motherfucking FBI was hanging up on me, dog. The fucking DHS had me on hold for 35 motherfucking minutes. And when I told them that there's a motherfucking certified public accounting firm in New York who's selling motherfucking H-1 visas to fucking Arab nationals, and that there's a possibility they got somebody inside their own ranks in DHS selling this shit to people, that motherfucker hung up on me. He didn't want to hear that they got a motherfucker in their own organization selling shit to create motherfucking terrorism in our motherfucking country, bro.
Because they part of the terrorism.
Yeah, no shit. Try to terrorize me, motherfucker. I'll put a 50 cal in your motherfucking dome at a quarter miles away. Fuck that shit. I'm gonna pay my motherfucking taxes for you to defend my motherfucking freedom. You gonna defend my motherfucking freedom. If I tell you, hey, kill that motherfucker, you gonna kill that nigga if he a fucking threat to me. And don't you go starting a motherfucking fight you can't motherfucking finish. That's what's happening. They start these motherfucking fights and shit they can't motherfucking finish. Because they running out of motherfucking money. You wanna know why? Because niggas is tired of paying their motherfucking taxes for bullshit ass fights. The niggas can't fucking strap up and fucking, you know, hand a motherfucker an ass whooping. That's what it's about. You start a fight with a nigga out in the street fucking right now, you better be ready to hold your fucking own. Or you get your ass whooped. You get your ass whooped. If I started a fight with any of you niggas out in the fucking street, I'm either gonna kick your ass or you gonna whoop my ass. And that's the end of it. I ain't gonna come back for more.
That's right, yep.
Because I'm gonna beat your ass fucking good enough for you to take the will of fight out of you, for you to never even think about revenge against me.
That's right, brother.
Or you gonna beat my motherfucking ass, put me in the hospital and think, damn, I don't wanna fight that nigga again. That's what Mike Tyson used to do. He used to hit a nigga so fucking hard, that nigga don't even wanna fucking go back in the second round. He'd be like, fuck that, I don't wanna fight that nigga no more. That nigga hit me too hard. He made me want to cry. That's what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
We about fucking stabilizing motherfucking the world. Not about fucking it up. These niggas are fucking shit up.
Yep, but that's why they call it war games. You know what I mean? It's all a game.
Yeah,
it's
war
all
games my ass. Bring the motherfucking games that way. I'll fucking show you what it's all about. I'm a full move motherfucking chess player. The game's over in 4 motherfucking moves.
That's right, bro.
4 moves. I don't give a fuck what your strategy is. Bring it, nigga.
Yep, going for the kill.
This is bullshit, man. People afraid to stand up against the motherfucking... Why people afraid of their own motherfucking government, man? People ain't afraid of their fucking government down here. They will stand up and tell... Dude, politicians go to jail down this motherfucker, man. Politicians go to jail down this motherfucker, bro. They don't give a fuck who the fuck you were. What you did for the fucking country. If you fucked up, you going to jail, nigga. You going to jail. Prison, motherfucker. You gonna be somebody's bitch when they fucking sentence your ass.
Hey, even something better is if you make an example out of them, put them out on public display.
Yeah, but see, the thing about it is that, see, we just a fucking minority. We putting out the truth. Motherfuckers don't want to accept. That's what it is. They were like, hey, why should I think my government want to do this to me? Really? All right, nigga, call me in 20 years. I bet your ass got motherfucking cancer.
Right.
And you probably wondering how the fuck you got it. And you don't smoke or you don't do no drugs or no shit. Ask yourself that. Ask yourself why fucking NASA got a fucking Charlie motherfucking Bolden got to go and ask for $19 fucking billion, and that motherfucker can't generate a single goddamn real goddamn time fucking photo. Everything's an artist rendition. So the money's being made if you're a fucking graphic art designer. That's where you make your motherfucking money. By creating fake shit. Nigga, I don't pay you fucking $19 billion to show me some motherfucking somebody else's idea of what the fuck the fucking moon looks like. Nigga, I can see the moon for myself. I don't need you to pay $19 million for that bullshit that you send to me.
That's right. A digital rendition of what it would look like.
These niggas are a bunch of cowards, man. They can't fucking man up and say, hey, listen, we've been fucking up for 75 years. Here goes the truth. And we ready to deal with the consequences. They trying to save their fucking ass.
Yeah, while keeping you in fear.
I ain't fucking afraid of these niggas. One-on-one, I'm ready to go at it. You're going to have to sit down. I done fought 3, 4, 5 niggas at one time.
That's right.
Yeah, I got some knots upside my head, but I fucking stomped 3 of them motherfuckers in the process. So if you're going to bring it, you better bring a whole motherfucking goddamn platoon. With me.
You can see.
If you bring one nigga at a time, I'm going to make that nigga cry.
You can see my screen?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, we're going to get into these natural remedies.
Straight the fuck up. I ain't the baddest motherfucker on the planet, but beat this shit. I'll do whatever the fuck I need to. I'll bite your ass. I'll kick your ass. I'll scratch your ass. I'll beat your ass with a motherfucking baseball bat I got. I'll bust your ass upside the motherfucking head. You may bust me upside the head, but believe this, motherfucker, I'm going to shoot a video of that shit and say, yeah, y'all sent this motherfucker to me. Here goes his motherfucking federal ID badge. Hey, tell these motherfuckers on camera right now that you got your motherfucking ass whooped not to send nobody else down here. I mean it. Somebody will be a widow or fucking without no father. You fuck with me. We need to stand up, brothers. I'm not asking you guys to put your ass out there and I ain't gonna be there at your 6 watching your back. I don't want you to do that.
That's it.
I want you to fight your fight. And when you feel you outnumbered, give me a motherfucking call. Because I'll put the fear of the motherfucking boogeyman back in these niggas.
You heard that endorsement here first.
I'll put the fear of the boogeyman back in these niggas and I'll be home for fucking dinner before the sun sets in motherfucking Latin America.
Fine.
Fight your fight, brothers. Fight your fucking fight. Whatever fight you got going on right now, you fight your motherfucking fight the way you know how to fight. Ain't nobody gonna fucking test you and tell you you ain't being a man. You know what it's like to be a man. You know what it means to be a man. Stand the fuck up, have your spine erect, and your motherfucking balls hanging down the ground. And when you stand up, motherfuckers hear, they hear them brass motherfucking balls hit the ground and let them know that, yo, a nigga's in the motherfucking house. You need backup, you give me a motherfucking call. Niggas want to send 2, 3, 4, 5 motherfuckers to fight one dude. And if you want to fight that one dude, that motherfucker's a god to me. I got respect for him. When you got to send 2 or 3, 4, 5 motherfuckers to fight one dude, that's a god to me. You a demigod. You a demigod. And that's what we are, brothers. We demigods. That's why they want to try to kill us. Because we demigods. A real fucking titanium spine. Fuck this shit. Yo, we need to get along. Fucking doctor crying on fucking TV and shit about, oh, the shooting has got to stop. Nigga, you know why the fuck that brother shot the motherfucking police up? He just lost it. He got outside of his fucking mind. He wasn't collective about it. And they trying to blame it all on this one brother. Shit, there was 4 other fucking shootings after that. Of police.
Somebody said he must have had go-go gadget gear on.
Yeah, there was 4 other shootings in other states of police. Because motherfuckers saw, hey, this brother is tired of it. I'm tired of it too. Yeah, baby. I ain't promoting fucking, you know, taking somebody's life and shit like that. You know, for no goddamn reason. Police ain't a threat to me. I ain't a threat. Maybe I might be a threat to them.
Yep.
But you either gonna stand up for what you believe or you don't believe in nothing. Sit the fuck down.
That's right.
If you don't believe in nothing, do you nobody?
Yep. You stand for nothing, you fall for anything. Matter. That's right.
Like Malcolm X says, the ballot or the bullet. The ballot or the bullet. And he didn't mean go out and fucking shoot the police. The ballot or the bullet speech is about, hey, either vote these niggas out of fucking power or be ready to stand up for what you believe in and take that bullet for your brother. Take that bullet for your brother. That's what the ballot or the bullet is about. Malcolm X wasn't about motherfucking violence. He totally changed when he came back from fucking his pilgrimage in the Hajj. Shit ain't about promoting violence like the rest of the Nation of Islam was promoting. It was about, listen, you want your shit to matter? Be about it and stop fucking talking about it.
That's right.
Be about it and stop talking about it. Tired of hearing motherfuckers complain about how fucked up their life is. Stop complaining about how fucked up your life is. Do something about it, man. Do something about it. Tell motherfuckers when you go to an interview, listen, this is what I'm about. This is what I know. This is what I can offer you. And if you want to, I want you to base it on what I just said to you. Fuck about, be blind right now. Fuck about what I look like, what I sound like. Compare me to the rest of anybody else who came up in here. You going to hire me for who I am as a man, or you going to hire me because of what ethnic background I am? Put them on the fucking spot. And I guarantee you will hear a different fucking response than what you've normally been getting. Believe that shit. We too intelligent for this shit, man. We listen to fucking people's problems. That shit is all negative, man. We don't need that shit in our circle. We don't need it in our circle. We just don't. We don't want to keep hearing about all these problems because we ain't here to save the whole fucking world.
Right.
That's right.
They ain't asking to be saved. They ain't asking to be rescued. They want the truth. So we give them the whole truth, nothing but the truth. And those who can't accept the truth, they want to live they don't want their fucking illusions to be destroyed. So let them fucking live in a holographic motherfucking world.
That's right.
Let them keep imagining what they think is going to be that utopia and that peace and serenity. While we fucking live in the lives we want to live. Not based on some rule, regulation, or policy, some stupid-ass motherfucker who got in the fucking Senate or Congress and decided, oh, this is the best for society. The fuck it is. Why your pocket's fat and my pockets are getting slimmer? How'd you get rich to go into office and I'm still in the same fucked up situation before I voted for you? That's what it's about, people. You voted for your fucking state senators or congressional people.
Hold them
You got to
accountable.
think about how the fuck were they living before they fucking ran for office, and think about how you living right now.
That's right.
The motherfuckers in office for anywhere between 3 to fucking, however many years, decades, and they just keep getting fat and 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 fat.
They got a different loyalty base.
Yeah, loyalty based motherfucking ass, man. They taking your fucking money, they put it in their pocket and on their table so their family can eat filet mignon while you going to motherfucking McDonald's getting a Happy Meal. Eating motherfucking rat meat.
That's right.
Rat meat.
Baby meat.
And human fucking remains.
That's right. Cannibalism. That's right.
What kind of bullshit is that, dude? I ain't looking to disrupt your channel, Claim. You know I got much fucking love and respect for you as a brother, bro.
Yeah.
But just listen to these people's fucking problems, man. I ain't fucking with. I ain't listened to that shit too long in my fucking life, man. You telling me your problems? Are you gonna be part of the solution or continue to tell me about your fucking problems? What's it gonna be, motherfucker? Because you can tell that shit to somebody else. I ain't listening to that shit no more. What are you gonna bring to the table to help us solve this shit? To help you get out of poverty? To help you feel better about yourself?
Got to get in motion. Got to get in action.
Be about it instead of fucking talking about it. That fucking simple. Shit ain't nothing about race, dude. It ain't nothing about race. It's about one class of people. And there's black people involved in that same class as well. Just take a look. Take a look at P. Diddy. Take a look at Jay-Z. Take a look at Oprah.
That's right.
Take a look at Obama. The fuck has he done for his own fucking 50% African side of him? That motherfucker's from Africa. His father was not African American. His father was African.
African.
Yeah, that's totally different.
You understand me? That motherfucker ain't African American. That motherfucker 50% African.
Going on,
African. His father ain't never got motherfucking citizenship.
Kim Ron said.
That nigga ain't done. He think the Obamacare is fucking doing something for fucking black people. That shit ain't doing shit. That shit didn't do nothing. Motherfuckers needed jobs. Motherfuckers needed to rise up.
Yeah, man. He could have leveled
to the status of fucking kings and princesses, like they live in fucking Africa. You know how many princesses and heirs to the throne I didn't met online from Africa, living in the United States.
Who just called me out? What's up?
Boom, man.
Yeah, I ain't about hearing that research shit no more, bro. I just ain't about it, man. Because this shit is just, it's a circuit of fucking argument, brothers. No matter how much we say it's about this, the main fucking issue is this. There's a certain class of motherfucking people who are read in to this secret alliance, this society. You either go along and get along, or you fucking get the fucking step.
Yeah, man. They're confused out there.
People are really fucking confused out there. Because here it is, there's fucking 5 of us out here on the panel. And there's over 50 million Africans out there living in the United States who they waiting for their next motherfucking Medicaid check, Social Security check. They dependent on that shit.
Welfare, yeah.
Because they got the belief that if I set out and try to do anything for myself or use this money to start a business or do something for my peoples, I may be without. And my peoples may not appreciate what I did for them, and they ain't gonna never come to my rescue. So let me just take what I'm getting from the government and do what the fuck they say.
Not over here, not in New Jerusalem.
You know what I'm saying? It's bullshit.
Don't do that laying back.
You know, listen, the commodity they continue to steal from us, brothers, is not the gold, the natural resources from the country that we came from. You know what they continue to steal from us? Our knowledge, our creativity, our cognitive awareness, our innovation, our creativeness. That's what they continue to steal from us every goddamn motherfucking day. Because they a bunch of dumb motherfuckers.
That's right.
We bestowed them with the fucking intelligence and knowledge and awareness that they fucking possess to this very day. It was an African who taught the motherfucking art of war to Sun Tzu.
Yep, me and Amaziah were going over that last night. That's right, bro.
Sun Tzu learned the art of war from a motherfucking African warrior. Period. Anybody want to fucking debate me on that? Bring that shit. Because if I can resurrect that motherfucker, he'll stand right here in this motherfucker on video and says who exactly he fucking learned it from and how he learned it. And how to this very day the art of war is being used in every aspect of every fucking every area of commercial business around the world. You can't engage with somebody to do any business unless you're using some part of the art of war as a tactic to gain a fucking strategic advantage over your competitor or your customer or your client.
That's that go for your partner too.
Blackness is the new enlightenment, not light. Blackness is darkness, is the enlightenment. When you can get to a state of being literally void of any, being contained to any area or section of society, you start from scratch, from nothing but just a blackboard. And everything you put of a different frequency or substance on that blackboard is seen as plain as day. The only way you see light is through blackness.
That's right.
Period. Period.
Point blank.
We got to keep this negative shit out of this circle, bro. We do claim. We got to keep shit all this out. I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part. My part's going to get handled.
Told the truth to these people.
My part's going to get handled, and I'm going to show you guys what the fuck I'm about. After that, it's up to you, brothers. What you do with it after that, hey, if that's your hustle, then hey, more power to you. I don't ever want to talk to you again. But I'm moving forward. I ain't stopping.
Always.
I ain't stopping. I ain't gonna never stop. And I've had people tell me, oh, you can't do this. You got to go through this process. You can't do that. You know, you got to do these steps first. Fuck you and your steps. I'm jumping fucking the line, nigga. I know the answer. Standing in the line for fucking to hear everybody else's bullshit. I'm here to give you a solution. So you want to waste another fucking hour interviewing these motherfuckers, or you want to hear what I got to say that all these other motherfuckers got to say? You know how much attention that would get, bro?
I know that's right. You need to train about 100.
You know how much attention that would get if you were going to some company, Fortune 100 company tomorrow, and there's 50 dudes in line waiting to get interviewed for the same damn job, and you just step up to the damn secretary and say, listen, I want to speak to the dudes interviewing right now. Ready? I'm sorry, but you got to wait your turn. Wait my turn, my fucking ass. Call them out right now, because I'm going to tell them everything these 50 motherfuckers getting ready to tell them in 15 minutes. That's showing balls. That's showing a backbone.
That's right.
Dude to call you in and say, okay, you're really arrogant, you're really confident. What it is you got to tell me the other 50 going to tell me?
Well, you fucked up here 2 years ago on that deal. And this how you could have did it better. You would have saved 15%.
Exactly.
There you go.
Dude, all the ideas, all the creativeness and innovativeness comes from us, man. Don't come from nobody else. They listening to the calls, reading the emails, opening up your fucking mail, in the circles where you're talking on the street, and they hearing, wow, that's a really great idea. Maybe I can, you know, use that a little bit, you know, to create this and create that. And they never give credit. Think about if I took an idea from Amaziah right now, I try to push that shit on my own. And then Amaziah found out about it. Be like, damn, brother, you took my idea. Nigga, I ain't even heard you say that idea. How he gonna prove it? You see what I'm saying? That's what they doing.
Mm-hmm. That's what Nike did, Timmy.
That's what they doing.
That's what Echo did.
But when you put your shit out there first, like we doing, ain't nobody can say I came out with that shit first, cause that shit is time, date, and stamped. That's the advantages of motherfucking electronic motherfucking media, bro. Time, date, and stamp. This is when I said it. This is when I addressed it. This is when I talked about it. Your Honor, here goes the evidence. Exhibit A. Listen to the recording. Okay, case closed. Judgment for Amaziah. 20 million. Pay the fucking clerk on your way out. That's what it's about, man. That's what it's about.
That's right, bro.
They trying to turn this shit into something that's not, man. Really, they really trying. I mean, they give this big event for 5 police officers, right? Saying that they were running towards the line of fire. Yeah, you're right. That's what the fuck they paid to do. But what about the big funeral for the dude that was shot in his car, following the law? Told the cop, I got a weapon. I got a license. Can I get my wallet? He go to reach for his wallet. Dude been stopped 52 times before, man. That's what they said on the news. Dude was stopped 52 times from 2002 all the way to 2016. And even the police said, damn, that's excessive. 52 times? 52 times? And he ain't never committed a felony where they could take away his fucking license to carry a firearm? That's some racial profiling shit. There's a white cop that said this shit. NYPD. The most fucked up police force in fucking the whole United States. This brother know how to follow the law. And he got shot dead in front of his own daughter.
That's right.
His own daughter. Man, if anybody could be fucking resurrected, I'd fucking raise that motherfucker from the dead and says, yo, brother, go get yours.
That's right.
Go get yours, bro. Let him know how it went down. Man, every person on fucking earth would be like, oh shit, the resurrection is true. Jesus came on, oh my God. They go fucking crazy, man. But that brother gone, man. Gone.
A lot of
but they had, you had 2 fucking presidents, vice president, all for there for 5 police officers. And they don't even want to talk about why that shit actually happened the way it did.
That's right.
Because somebody actually just got sick and tired of seeing that shit all the time. But there'll be another debate about this shit. There'll be another talk about it. And guess what, brothers? Guess what, brothers? I guarantee you, when September comes, that and voting season comes, they ain't even gonna be talking about that shit anymore. They ain't gonna give a fuck about that brother who got shot in Minnesota.
It's gonna be more deaths. It's gonna be a whole.
You understand what I'm saying? They don't give a fuck about that nigga.
They don't listen.
He just, to them, he just another nigga.
They don't want to listen.
Bro, we got to get the fuck up out of the United States. I need to get you motherfuckers
right,
up
bro.
out of the motherfucking United States. Because you ain't safe there, brothers. I don't give a fuck
That's
what
right.
you think, how much you love the police or whatever. You ain't motherfucking safe.
Yep. You can't build nothing here.
Atraziah, Amaziah, Claim, the other brother, who's the other brother there? Cameron. You motherfuckers ain't safe there. I don't give a fuck. If one of your friends is a motherfucking police, chief of police, you ain't fucking safe.
That's right.
You ain't safe. Because one day them motherfuckers gonna have a briefing and they be like, yeah, let's go get that nigga Cameron. Let's go get that nigga Atraziah. Let's go get that nigga Amaziah. Let's go get that nigga Claim. Them motherfuckers speaking out against us. Let's go get their ass. Nobody ain't gonna miss their ass. I'll miss you motherfuckers.
That's right.
I miss you. Because you're the only motherfucking, you're the only 4 motherfuckers I got something in common with that I've been talking to for the last couple of days. And I ain't got no motherfucking other friends, bro. I don't trust nobody.
That's right. That's right, bro.
I can't have my son growing up into this type of fucking environment, man. If I gotta fight 1,000 motherfuckers for him, for his survival and his longevity, so he can be a grandfather as well, then that's what I gotta do. And my son will always know, my father fought for this. My son will tell his grandkids, you know, your great grandfather gave his life for you to have the life you have right now. And I will forever live to be a legend in my great-great-grandkids' minds. That's what I'm about, bro. This shit ain't about me. It ain't about me. Never fucking about me. When I found out my wife was pregnant with my son, it was all about my son. My life changed. I'm not saying you gotta have a kid to have your life change, man. I'm saying know where I'm coming from on that.
I've seen that happen a lot.
You understand what I'm saying? It ain't about, you ain't gotta have kids to feel what it is I'm feeling. But I'm telling you here right now, my son gonna grow up in a world and in an environment where he calls his own shots.
That's right.
He ain't gotta ask for permission. He just go ahead and do it. He ain't gonna looking to hurt nobody. He ain't gonna looking to harm nobody. He ain't gonna looking to discredit anybody unless they fucking doing some scandalous shit.
That's right.
And then he gonna let them know, you ain't doing that shit in my house. Get the fuck up out of here. My son. And at 2 years old, he already showing his motherfucking backbone, being bold and shit with me. So you could just imagine when he get my age, he gonna be the fucking man. People gonna look up to him and be like, yo, that's Nico. That's Nico Bassano. You know who his fucking father was? His father was the greatest man to ever live.
That's right.
You don't fuck with Nico Bassano.
He the reason why we live like we live, man. That's right.
Brothers, you ain't got to be living the way you living right now. You living the way you living because there's a bunch of other motherfuckers out there that voted for a motherfucker who's lining their pockets with the money you motherfucking making. And if you don't keep paying that money, your ass going to motherfucking jail. Now you tell me how fucked up that is. You know, Esau, a Sudanese slave, spoke out against this type of shit. Guess what they did to him? They buried his ass with a fucking 100 donkeys. And he laughed about it. What better death to be subjected to than to be buried with asses? That's what he said.
Yep.
I ain't just talking to talk, brother. You gonna see me fucking walk a serious motherfucking walk this week. Believe that shit. What you do with it after that, that's up to you. That's on you. It's between you and your maker. I ain't gonna have no problem with it. I ain't gonna have no problem with it. But we need to keep whatever this negative shit that motherfuckers coming in here with, tell them to take that shit to their mama. Period. We about solutions. We ain't about talking about problems. We know what the problems are. Now we want to talk about solutions. How are we gonna do this? How are we gonna do that? When we say how are we gonna do this, how are we gonna do this, not because we're talking how in the means of how are we gonna solve a problem. No. How are we gonna create a solution that's sustainable?
That's right.
To the condition that we being subjected to. You brothers can't be happy with your condition, man. I know you can't, because I ain't happy with my condition. I know I could be doing more. But I've been told that I'm limited to how much I can do. You know what I told the last person that said that to me? Man, fuck you.
That's right.
I'm going to do it anyway. Well, good luck. Well, fuck you and your luck. Luck is for fucking rabbits. And I'm sorry, I don't eat fricassee. And I don't have a fucking rabbit's foot.
That's right, bro.
Luck is for motherfuckers with false hope. I don't believe in luck.
That's right.
I can manifest what I want to happen good and what I want to happen bad. And I don't want to hear no more bad shit. It's that simple. I don't want to hear no more negative shit. I don't want to hear how fucked up somebody's situation is. What do you want to fucking do to get yourself out of that fucking situation? Not what you're willing to do. What are you going to do? Because anybody's willing to do any motherfucking thing to get out of it. But there's always going to be something they ain't going to want to do once they present it with what they're willing to do. The shit is always self-serving. It's always self-serving. People always want to do something because it'll make their situation better. Wait, okay, what about your family? Okay, if you're just the only one, I can understand. But if you got a family, this shit should be all about your family.
Kind.
And if you got family who don't give a shit, okay, then fuck. It's just about you then. Because I got family who don't give a fuck.
That's right. Malcolm X said the price of freedom is death, King.
But my family, they're in the United States.
Yeah.
They going years without hearing from me, and then when I got touch base with them, they're like, "Oh, where you been? What the fuck you mean where I've been? You don't give a fuck where I've been. I'm just saying hello to you. You okay? You need anything? No, I'm doing all right." And then they start telling me about their problems. Yeah, whatever. I'm busy. I hang the fuck up.
Yeah, so in New Jerusalem, it's about our super extended family.
That's right.
Like worldwide. We got to get their minds completely right.
Well, it's going to take brothers like us, man, to put this truth out there and just, like, light it up brighter than the fucking sun where motherfuckers be like, oh, shit, these brothers just came straight out, just told the whole fucking world we all fucked up. And they showed the proof. Who's going to argue that shit? But the motherfuckers who want to keep the status quo, to say, no, don't believe the truth. Keep living this lie. Because we can protect you until we're done with your ass and we just fucking let you die.
That's right.
It's crazy, man. I'm telling you. It's crazy. You got other countries out there trying to straighten this shit out.
Gotta make the truth popular, man. We gotta buy
popular. Shit, it's gotta blow the fuck up, bro.
That's it.
It's gotta be a whole host of truth that just shock the fuck out of people where they think to themselves, I'm joining these motherfuckers, and you know what? Damn, I can't believe I was lied to this long. I ain't got nothing to live for. Let me just kill myself. Because there's motherfuckers out there that they so burdened with the truth that they've been keeping back that instead of telling it to people, they kill themselves. Look at bankers. You hear about these bankers that fucking commit suicide and shit like that?
Yeah.
These are motherfuckers who can't even write a note to say, before I fucking take my own life, here goes what the fuck has been happening. I want to tell the world. They just die with the secret.
That shit crazy.
Think about how motherfuckers who kill themselves, they die with a secret that can help the rest of humanity. You tell me that shit ain't some selfish shit. When it's time for me to, I ain't gonna die. When it's time for me to pass on to somewhere else, I'm gonna have a shitload of secrets to tell everybody. I'm gonna put that shit on YouTube too. Straight the fuck up. I'm dead serious, bro. I'm dead serious. I ain't put a lot of shit out there, but I got more. I got more I'm gonna put out there. And just this is my opinion. If you ain't living your life to uncover the truth, then you comfortable living a lie.
That's right.
I don't want nothing to do with you. And from the time you know who you were and what you were about, if you didn't make a decision to say, you know what, I'm going to keep going by my daily life, but you know what, I'm going to spend the rest of my life searching for the truth. If that's not part of your mantra, however old you are, if that's not part of your mind, you can't admit that when you look in the mirror. Tonight, when you take a shower, go to the bathroom and take a shit, then you're comfortable living a lie. I don't want nothing to do with you. It's that simple. It's that simple. Every person is born to discover who they are, what they're about, and what the truth really is. Not what your truth is, but what life truth is. What you're here for, what you're supposed to be doing. You gotta tell people about some of the scandalous shit that you done in your life. That's your business. I don't need to know that shit. I ain't in no position to judge anybody. I don't really care about it, because whatever you did it for whatever reason you did it for, to survive, to continue to figure out what it is you're supposed to be here for and what you're supposed to be doing. And if you ever encounter anybody that says, I don't really give a shit, you know, I don't care. You don't care? Get the fuck out of my face. Because I don't care either.
Absolutely. That's it. That caring thing. People cremate their care.
I get people tell me they live day to day. Day to day? Do you even know what the fucking day encompasses, motherfucker? What did you think about today? Did you think about why you're doing what you're doing? No, not really. That's my fucking point. You didn't even think about why you're doing what you're doing and where it's going to lead to. So if that shit don't come into your mind at least once a day when you're in the darkness by yourself, you taking a piss at the urinal or wherever you may go, then you live in a lie. Think about this, brothers. There are 99 lies told to us every day and one truth. Task yourself with this. In a 24-hour day, don't ask yourself what the 99 truths were, the 99 lies were. Find out what the one truth was that was expressed to you just in one day. And that shit will build. You'll keep building. Because see, those truths that one truth that you find out every day leads to more truths and more and more and more and more. And then eventually those 99 lies get uncovered, okay? Get uncovered for the truths that they're actually hiding. And tomorrow, whoever you encounter, just jot down in your head if that person lied to you. If you know for a fact they lied to you, and then ask yourself, why did that person feel like they needed to lie to me? What were they hiding? What was the real truth that they're trying to keep protected? And you'll be astonished. You'll be amazed with the answers that you come up for yourself. You'll be amazed about the people that you have surrounding you every day, you mingle with and you interact with. You'll be amazed. Damn, I talked to 50 brothers today. All the motherfuckers lied to me, man. Can I trust these motherfuckers? Why would they have to lie to me, man? Because see, people lie for to me, 3 main reasons. One, they scared in the motherfucker of you. They scared of you. They scared of you. For whatever reason. You got some sort of spiritual power that comes over them, that just envelops them, that when they come in your presence, they talk to you, they can't tell you the truth. They just got to lie to you. And they're not lying to you to hurt you. They're lying to you because they're afraid of you. Number 2, they're lying because there's something that they're really hiding. There's something they're hiding they don't want you to know. They want you to keep this vision in your head of who they really are. They want to project this person they want you to always like and trust. And number 3, they're seeking to harm you in some way, form, or fashion. Those are my top 3. So they're either lying because they're scared of the motherfucker, they lying because they're hiding something, or they lying because they're going to hurt your ass one day. Those are my 3. You guys decide what your 3 reasons are on why somebody will lie to you. You decide what your 3 are. That's why I've gotten into it more. I don't fucking trust nobody. My wife is the only living organic human being who's never lied to me since I've known her for 4 years. She tells it like it is, man. She'll tell me, get your black ass out of here. And I look at her, I'm like, I don't even look at it as being racial from her.
My 3 reasons that people lie is that they are prepared to steal, kill, and destroy.
There you go. That's claims right there. That's claim. So
I second that.
And there you go. Aratazan believe the same thing. So, you know, we had 2 more brothers believing the same thing, then we all got something in common. We gotta be careful who the fuck we talk to. We gotta be careful what motherfuckers are telling us and how they telling us. Because if we can identify these lies every day, at least one, if there's one truth they tell, but the rest of the shit they saying is lies, we take that one truth and be like, damn, motherfucker, you can tell one fucking truth in one day. Why can't you tell 99 truths in one lie? Why it's got to be one truth and 99 lies?
Because the truth makes it believable.
And let me tell you something. I ain't immune to this shit. I'm going to be straight with you guys. I never say, let me be honest with you. There ain't no fucking such thing as an honest motherfucker. Let me be straight with you. I do lie. And I'm going to tell you the reason why I lie. I lie for security reasons. Because I got a family to protect. I got a mission to fulfill. And just like Wolfgang Goethe says, German philosopher, whoever possesses a secret should hide the fact that he possesses one.
That's right. What's your
I ain't got no secrets to keep back. But I do it out of necessity for security reasons.
What's your mission?
And the man I did come out and open with was Claim. Claim saw me on video, straight up. Didn't you, Claim? I ain't coaching Claim. Claim can tell you himself.
Yeah.
Did I not reveal myself to you, Claim?
Yes, you did.
What I'm about, what I've done, where I've been.
You used to be black back in the day. You used to be a black man. Now he's a Colombian.
So for me, I do it for one reason only: security. Not because I'm afraid. Because there's certain people I want to know shit, and there's certain people I don't want to know shit.
Tell the people your mission.
What?
What's your mission?
My primary mission is literally immortality. I'm going to live forever. I'm working on transferring my consciousness into a virtual machine and then having that machine learn from my own consciousness to recreate myself more powerful, more intelligent, more capable.
To a stationary machine or a robot?
To eventually, initially to a stationary machine and then back into another bioengineered organic source. That's on a much higher level than where I'm at right now. Because see, we can only get a certain amount of years out of this physical body. This physical body. And depending on how you live, you could live beyond a century. And literally be doing motherfucking Tai Chi in your motherfucking backyard and shit. People be like, dude, look at that 150-year-old motherfucker man doing Tai Chi. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But for me, I see your immortality. I know that may not seem like a reality right now. Because going down this fucking path, somebody may be listening and say, I'm going to take that motherfucker out next week. But understand this, I've got enough done already where literally somebody could pick off where I left off. Somebody could pick up where I left off. I got that much done because I've been working on it that long. I want my people to rise back to the greatness that we once were blessed with. It wasn't about power. It was about knowledge, awareness, and all-knowing, all-doing, all-seeing. We are the engineers. We are the architects of this life.
So you're from the thought that not sinning won't grant you immortality?
Well, here's the thing. I look at I'm looking at the term now as sort of something that when you talk about immortality, I mean, you look at the spirit, you look at the soul, you look at the electrical construct of the human being. Energy is neither created nor destroyed. So even though your physical body is no longer in existence, you can still exist in some other form somewhere else, some other dimension, whatever it may be. Who knows? But somewhere down the line, you come back into existence somewhere else. This is my belief. This is my belief. You don't get all enveloped into one single entity. So you got Christians who believe, yeah, everybody goes back to God and he just absorbs all that energy. Well, what the fuck would I want to do that for? When you already gave me self-awareness to say, hey, I could be out on my own. Yeah, I'll find my way back to source. But once I find my way back to source, this is for me to ask questions and say, okay, where do I go from here? I don't need permission to go anywhere else. When you look at the Bible and you hear what the so-called fallen angel did, who they call the devil, how is it that this angel was allowed to have the ability to say, no, I'm not going to bow? How did that happen? Something happened where this one entity broke off. That's if you believe in that story of the Bible. But there's something within us, okay, as highly melanated people, that tells us we have literally bestowed all the knowledge that humankind has ever possessed on this earth. And it's within us. It's within our DNA. You isolate a brother and you put him by himself with some literature and information that he can learn from, and give him 6 months, a year, 18 months, 2 years, 3 years, and that brother will literally come out from that isolation, and you'll be like, damn, dude, where the fuck did you go to school? School. I developed an awareness of everything that I've been absorbed, that I've been exposed to, and I realized, I came to a realization of something. That's the interesting shit about it.
Yeah.
You isolate a man, you isolate the right man, and he becomes a genius. Anywhere between 6 months, it takes like, the amount of time it takes us to learn shit versus our Caucasian counterparts is leaps and bounds, dude. We're fucking supercomputers. These motherfuckers are smartphones. You understand what I'm saying? Does that make sense to you if I want to put it in technological sense? We're fucking natural born supercomputers and these motherfuckers are smartphones. We're 6th generation fucking technology. They're motherfucking still in 2nd generation. Because when you take a group of us and you take a group of them and you put them in the same conditions, we come out having more knowledge than them. Tenfold. So what does that tell you about our cognitive capabilities and levels of transcendence to higher levels of understanding versus our counterparts?
Right, because we're more sensitive to reality. So
and that's my point. We can break down the sciences, all that shit. But when we have to be subjected to their institutions of education and learning, they're literally taking a 1,000-page manuscript and throwing the shit up in the air and says, okay, go find fucking page 5 for me. What the fuck? Are you serious? You just threw the shit up in the air. Wait, I don't need to find page 5. I can tell you what the fuck was on page 5. Don't ask me to find it. I can tell you what was on that motherfucker. You want to hear it? No, I want to hear it. I want you to show me. Fuck all that bullshit. That's what it's about. We have the natural, innate, inherent, ingrained knowledge and awareness, whereas they have to learn it. The shit ain't about race. It's about the truth. And the truth of the matter is, you look at these people. I mean, come on. You go into Africa. How many motherfuckers have you guys ever encountered where Africans got motherfucking master's degrees and fucking PhDs? Think about that. Them motherfuckers so hungry for fucking knowledge and education in that country, dude. They would put fucking PhDs to shame in the United States. Because they just know more, faster. They just know more, faster.
Yep.
And because there's this natural thirst for awareness and knowledge and intelligence, They spoon feeding the shit like baby food. Ask yourself, if they want to do something about Africa, why don't you put those same type of institutions you have in Europe and in the United States in motherfucking Africa and see what happens? They know what's going to happen. They know exactly what's going to happen, bro. They know exactly what's going to happen. They know that literally over 100 million Africans are going to fucking transcend in cognitive awareness and intelligence at a faster rate than everybody collectively on the motherfucking planet. Which means that Africa would be the most advanced, technologically advanced, and more and industrialized fucking continent on Earth, bro. Which means that guess where we get back to? We get back to where we were from the start of time, which is greatness. Am I wrong on that, brothers?
I doubt it, because that's just how. That's exactly correct. I mean, access to information is a necessity. If we all had equal access to the information that these other 360-degree Masons had, we'd be powerful as them. But
yeah, exactly. But if you look at these countries, right, on the African continent, they fucking don't even have 3G fucking cell phone service. They don't have fucking fiber optic internet. You know, their libraries are not as well as diverse as the rest of the libraries around the world. But you had every motherfucking country from Europe and the United States going in there trying to fucking colonize the motherfucking place, but they didn't want to share the knowledge. They didn't want you to have access to the knowledge. They didn't want you to have access to the technology and the know-how and the processes that they were going through. They didn't want you to have access to that. I mean, think about this, right? You got diamond companies there and gold mining companies that ain't even from the motherfucking country. In there, they got all these rights and shit to mine for diamonds and gold, right? But they don't want to give that technology and those resources to that country and then pay for it, you know, a fair market value. I mean, think about that. I know of at least four companies, African companies in Africa, in South Africa and other countries, where they put in procurement orders to actually buy those specific pieces of technology so they can mine for this shit on their own. Do you know what those European countries in the U.S. did? They told them, I'm sorry, we can't sell you to it because this is export control. We can't let it get in the wrong hands. What the fuck do you mean you can't let it get in the wrong hands? What the fuck does that mean?
And we can't get it into the hands of the Israelites.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it's all about, Clay. And as long as they keep doing that, Africa will remain the only continent on this earth that can never be conquered as a whole. They'll never be able to conquer Africa as a complete continent. No one country will ever be able to do it. Ever. They've been trying to do it for hundreds of years. They can't do it. Because you want to know why? You got over 50 million people who know the fucking truth. Yeah. But they don't have the resources to get the truth out.
They have limited dealings with other countries on purpose. They purposely be like, nah, we can do it ourselves. No, we don't need you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just disheartening, man. It just pisses me off, man. Not to the point where I ever hurt anybody else, but I'm just tired of hearing about all the negative shit. I'm ready. I'm only listening to solutions, man. Solutions. All of us collectively hear problems every day. Problems we wish we could solve with just fucking one press of a button, right? But we ain't in a position to do that. We would love to solve all the problems, but if you say you got presented with 100 problems, maybe you can solve 50. Okay, what about the other 50? You think the 50 that you help are going to help the other 50? No. And I think that's what we need to start working towards.
Yeah, and the 50.
Is that if we're gonna help 50, we got to tell those 50, okay, you need to help another 150, and then those 150 need to help another 300, and then those 300 got to help another 900,
600.
and then those 900 got to help another 2,700. That's got to be the condition, man. It's not a rule. It's not a law. It's got to be the condition. If we help you, you got to help 50 more. Can you do that? No, I don't think I can do that. Okay, then we ain't helping you then. We ain't gonna help you. Because if you don't know 50 fucking people you can help, that means you just out for this shit for yourself.
Okay.
See, we can't help motherfucking 100 motherfuckers. We need 50 motherfuckers to multiply, to allow us to help 1,000, 100,000, 1,000,000, 10 million, 100 million. The truth, man. That's what it's all about. Not our truth, not his truth, not their truth, but the truth.
The truth. The truth.
The truth. So I'm done. I had half a bottle of wine, so I just had to fucking let loose.
I was wondering.
That was beautiful.
I don't know what it is, man. I think Chilean wine is like some sort of motherfucking miracle juice for me, some shit, bro. 'Cause I get off on the motherfucking.
For the soul. What's that verse? Amazon.
Hello.
Wine is good for the spirit.
Yeah, it is, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna find it right quick. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, you guys know, man. I mean, in history, a lot of cats drink a lot of wine. They come out and tell some really truthful shit. They start speaking, from the heart. And I don't know, that just happens with me, man. I can do it, without having wine, but tonight I was just on the road, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that claim.
Yeah, we're about to get into these natural remedies now, bro.
Yeah, I gotta give my son a shower, man. So I'll come back on and listen to you fellas, man.
Yeah, feel free to chime in when you get back.
All right, I'm gonna put it on mute right now. All right. Later.
Man, we're going off. Let's see what we got here. I still got it up. I don't see it. Oh, shoot. Oh, there you go. Okay.
And he feel the same way I do, King. We can't build nothing here. You know what I mean? People like to talk about Black Wall Street, but they don't like to talk about how it ended. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was nice and fine and dandy, but in the end, America came and totally destroyed that place.
It wasn't America though. It was them dumbasses. You know what I'm saying? Damn racist bastards from the next town over or in the same town. You know what I'm saying? And the mayor. You know what I'm saying? All these racist bastards. So, that's just how it goes. That's how it goes. That's why you got to have a military first, and then you build your.
That's right.
You don't just build no damn businesses and then say, and nana boo boo, we're rich now.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They're gonna motherfucker come around and rob you and kill you.
That's right. Yep.
That's how it goes.
Then you gotta have laws in place. You gotta have a moral constitution. You know what I mean? And things of them natures. That would our people fail to realize, because we so ass backwards that they think they could just get together and do it. No, it's not that easy. You have to literally break yourself down because you've been fashioned to the ways of this world.
So they building fake. Building fake is what they're doing. They don't know how to build. The first thing you do is you get together a military. That's the first thing you do. First thing you do is establish a law, and then everybody agrees to the law. Who don't agree get lost. Everybody that agrees build the military, and then you build a governmental structure. That's just bottom line.
And all the other stuff will come automatically.
Yeah.
Because you would be building.
Yeah, and you
You
can be
know,
protecting
everybody.
stuff while you build it.
That's
You
right.
trying to build millions of dollars. Oh, I'm gonna be a millionaire. Look at me. Rob.
Yep.
Well, can
Would you?
you share my screen?
No, no, I can't. I don't know if
It ain't showing up.
no, not on my screen. I had that problem a lot.
Okay, hold on a second. Take a look.
It tried to pop up.
Okay, gonna get into these natural remedies. We call Nation Noise, and they have raised $700, so they off to a good start. You know what I'm saying? But they're a little bit too new. You know what I'm saying? He said we literally came up with this like last week. This idea last week to start our own businesses. Well, you should have been thought about that for a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? So that all that new stuff, and then they talking about, they still banging on the Bible and don't realize that their idea, you know what I'm saying, is basically a biblical principle. It is a biblical principle. Well, let me play
Hi,
this.
my name is Grant, and this is a 1998 Ford Explorer Sport. Now, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Ford's Explorer line, but they have a reputation of being horrible gas guzzlers. And I can actually attest to that. I did the mileage test on my truck and found out that I was getting 13.6 miles per gallon highway, which, as far as I'm concerned, is absolutely unacceptable. Last year alone, I spent $11.4 bajillion on gasoline. Okay, I made that number up, but it sure felt like it. Well, I did something about it, and now I'm getting 56% better gas mileage, which translates to 56% savings in my pocket at the gas pump. How did I do it? My truck is now a water hybrid. Check this out. Well, technically, it's a hydrogen on-demand hybrid. What we have here is distilled water with 1 teaspoon of baking soda used as a catalyst. We tickle that water with 12 volts of electricity, and what it does is it separates the hydrogen from the oxygen. That gas is then sent into the combustion chamber, where I was formerly getting a 30% burn. That's right, in all of your gas vehicles, you only get a 30% fuel burn, which translates to 70% of your fuel, of your gas, comes out of your tailpipe. Now, however, I'm getting a 100% burn in my combustion chamber, which means a few benefits. Number one, after a couple hours of running hydrogen, it had blown years of deposits out of my engine. My engine actually idles so quietly in city traffic, I can't even hear it. My torque increased. My horsepower increased significantly. And like I said, right now I'm getting 56% better gas mileage highway, and I'm getting 35% better gas mileage city. Safety. Of course, that's a huge concern here. We're talking about hydrogen. Look out, it's going to blow! Just kidding. Actually, it can't blow. Remember, you're not storing hydrogen. This is hydrogen on demand. Since it's hydrogen on demand, there's never enough hydrogen in the line at any given time to cause an explosion or a fire in the case of an accident. If you do happen to get in a car accident, you've got water and broken glass, and that's it. This is a 100% safe system. Now, after about 3,000 miles, your water is going to end up looking like this. It gets dirty, and this is what's referred to as blooms. It's a byproduct of the distilled water, the baking soda catalyst, and the electricity running through the system. Now, the important thing is this water is not toxic to you or the environment, so you can literally pour it anywhere, and you're not going to be doing any damage to the environment. Distilled water, which you can make, you don't necessarily have to buy it. I just bought it for ease. This is your baking soda catalyst. You're going to use 1 teaspoon per jar of distilled water. After the conversion, my emissions went down to almost zero. However, I'm completely offsetting those negligible emissions because now my tailpipe is pumping all kinds of oxygen back out into the atmosphere. The great thing about howtofuel.com is the fact that Alex Rivera installs this in your car with a team of certified mechanics, so you don't have to worry about it. And we guarantee they'll work. So if anything ever goes wrong with the system, they're going to fix it. And if I ever want to go back to 100% gas and not use the hydrogen system, all I have to do is very simply pull the fuse.
That's one of those 90s that fuel system was popularized in the 1990s, and they killed the dude that invented this system. So now they got Alex Rivera trying to make this popular again, and then it gets to a level where so many people Can you still hear me? Because I pressed the wrong button. Hello? Can you still hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right, yeah, so Alex Rivera, now they trying to make it popular again, but what happens is if it gets to a level where everybody's doing it, then the government cannot stop it. See what I'm saying? See, when only a few people are doing it, then the government can come in and say, hey man, you got a sustainable, safe fuel system here, and we don't want you to have it. We need you to buy petroleum so we can keep burning off all this oil off of the out of the ground. And you see how that works right now. But Alex Rivera, look that up, get you some, some gas saving system right there. I don't know how much it costs, and I don't care. If you got the money to buy it, get it done. So that's one of the natural remedies for the night. Now, there's a theory about, it's understood that autism is a created disease by these vaccines and spearheaded by Bill Gates. Bill Gates is a well-known eugenist. He's proud to admit that he wants population to be decreased dramatically, and that's why he goes around doing vaccines in order to decrease the population. He also inadvertently gives people autism while trying to kill them. So there's a theory that autism can be 100% reversible, and with by introducing the host of the person who has the autism, allowing him to drink or introduce into their system chlorine dioxide, which is two chlorines and 2 oxygen atoms, and it's completely safe for people to ingest. Okay, so I'm gonna read a little article about that right quick. Try to share my screen here. Okay, Kerry Rivera discovers the protocol that reverses vaccination and glyphosate-induced autism. So autism is induced by glyphosate, a simple solution for a perplexing problem the government does not want you to learn. Okay, healing the symptoms known as autism, second edition. Activist for Health Kerry Rivera administered chlorine dioxide for her 10-year-old son who suffered from autism due to vaccinations. At the time, the intent was to clear up another matter, but the result was that the child began to show signs of recovery over a short period of time. Now, subjects suffering from autism around the world who are aware of the protocol are benefiting from their original mental and physical condition using chlorine dioxide. As a result of the interview, the realization that vitamin B deficiency, in particular niacin, can be addressed using chlorine dioxide to effectively treat schizophrenia. Ain't that interesting? So that's another natural remedy there. Chlorine dioxide, it reverses autism 100% according to their theory. That's what they That's what they believe, and that they have tested this, and that's what they think. So we want to share that, because even if it's half true, and they only can do 50%, cure 50% of them, they're still doing a good job. See what I'm saying? All right, let's get to another natural remedy. Let me see here. Okay. There's a whole bunch of them I got here. Let's go with this one. Let's see what this one is about, because it looks kind of interesting. It's a big claim, a very big claim. And that's what we do here. We claim our inheritance. Okay. This is the curative treatment for all diseases. Treatment for all diseases. Okay. The curative treatment for all diseases. The cure for all ailments of the mind and body are embodied in a simple emotional freedom technique. Okay. And this is an example of the treatment of anorexia. And anorexia is caused by 3 things that trigger anorexia every time. The first thing, the parent, the mother, has to have a traumatic birth. You know, a trauma birth, a C-section, or the umbilical cord got wrapped around the baby's neck, and things of that nature. The second thing is that the child has to grow up with an ear problem, an ear imbalance in their right ear. It would be imbalanced, you know what I'm saying? Your equilibrium is off in your right ear. And then it's finally triggered by some type of molestation or rape. And then the child becomes anorexic. So if you find an anorexic child, you know good and well that those 3 things have happened in his or her life. And it generally happens with the girls, because they are molested more often than boys. Okay, so it says, when Western medicine is met with the correct instructions, they will fold overnight. Breath work obviously does not work for the reason newborn babies are not breathing until out of the water. Whether the womb or the swimming pool, breath work is not taking place. Therefore, that is by far the answer in the world of emotional freedom techniques involving memory set pattern recall. The water rebirthing clinics offer one thing useful, however, and that is water yoga, which is erroneously considered therapeutic, as water rebirthing is thought to accomplish. The new therapy, using the actual ancient instructions, will completely refresh the brain's neural network to factory settings and facilitates an individual's capacity to fully heal. The treatment has been hidden in plain sight all this time. The problem is we've known it, but not the instructions as to the correct way to perform a water healing. These practices have been termed many ways, but the most common is water rebirthing. I call the treatment warm water rebirthing. Now that I feel that I've rediscovered what our ancestors always commonly knew, it can be reintroduced back into society freely. I care not of revenue to enrich myself beyond my means. All I want is to offer hope to those who get no hope. Otherwise, I would never have posted the answers here and in the first of a 3-part series, the YouTube above, at all. So you can check that video out, pre-treatment for anorexia nervosa, on YouTube. And it's from Nevin's Bracker. And here's another video, treatment for all diseases, funding study. That's on YouTube. I wish for people to utilize or continue administering contemporary methods of healing, whether it's the choice of an individual to use Western medicine, although I disagree with it, with the hope he or she steers towards natural healers. I would like all to know that to succeed, this therapy must be conducted at the start of a healing program. If you do this simple procedure, you will find liberation from fear, anxiety, and the routine of continued therapy. We become complacent and comfortable visiting the medical practitioner. He's right. That's not the only way that you can be healed. You know what I mean? You can do fervent prayers for however long it takes to be healed. You can allow the elders of your you can allow 2 elders who do not sin to lay their hands on you and pray for you regularly throughout throughout the month and throughout the year until you're healed. You can also go to holistic food providers who know how food reacts to your body. You can do that. So there's varying ways to deal with poor health. Here's another video, the treatment for all diseases. And yep, okay. So that's on YouTube. I was led along a path to discover of the final truth about healing by virtue of divine faith. I discovered a way to unlock the brain's barriers that prevent one to heal on all levels. While human beings can attain what seems to be a full recovery at a glance and on a surface using medical treatments and drugs, there's the possibility that one may relapse back to whatever disease was conquered. What if there's a way to establish a staying point? What if there's a way to make it permanent? I received a gift of knowledge from a fellow research scientist, Brian Schaefer, with a basic understanding of a particular foolproof treatment for anorexia nervosa. I invariably became the first person in the United States to be honored with the information and procedure of the precursor to all-inclusive healing. Where at first I assumed that it was the treatment for extreme eating disorders, with bulimia nervosa being the antithesis of anorexia. I also felt there had to be more. In time, I solved the mystery and present what I feel is the reason how and why this therapy works. I was realizing more about the technique as I studied it. The answer still eluded me. However, the thought process began to be organic and finally evolved into what has been hidden by the medical community, the secret societies in particular, for a very long time. As I delved into studying how to protect the treatment for anorexia with this technique, in as much as showing how to perform the therapy and the administration of it, I was becoming more aware why it worked. Okay. Eventually, I concluded, short of acceptance by the medical establishment, an answer to the mystery. In our lifetime, we will not experience this beast's recognition, but if you are able to not accept their non-acceptance, you'll be drawn closest with our ancestral awareness. Using all of my knowledge base, I settled on the fact that it was the treatment in the form of a practical therapeutic pre-treatment, effective for all psychological disorders. I felt that I arrived at a milestone, and that was good enough. This then was an all-in-one preliminary procedure important for the mainstay of efficacy efficacy of conventional psychological strategies that are in place today and therapeutic in nature. Little did I realize there was vastly more. I was astonished when I stumbled upon a new door to open. A physically ill person called me from Sweden. At first, I had no solution for his ailments. His prognosis seemed endless. In fact, several of his diagnoses were unfamiliar. Not knowing how to help, I was lowered into an abyss of confusion. Why am I unable to help? The answer came to me moments after. I had the key already. If only it were to be applied, I'd find out for certain. This was remarkable. In terms of simplicity, why not, I asked. That door that opened was the awareness that the mind creates dysfunction by separation from the body, in which the body becomes sickened. To restore the blocked pathways, all that needed for this person was to reopen the neural net pathways that were blocked by the continuous accumulation of self-imposed trauma that would lead to further separation of the mind and body. To reunite them was the answer. And so this got even more strange as I realized that I held the key. It turned out to be the precursor treatment, which involved the warm water rebirthing therapy. This emotional freedom technique is, for all intents and purposes, the first step in deprogramming a person influenced by mind control. When I concluded that I had 3 basic areas that the therapy would address. In other words, when I found that trauma pain clearance resulting from the warm water rebirthing therapy not only is effective in reversing physical sickness, but that it also treats those affected by serious mind control training. Mind control is a broad subject. However, from the self-induced to the secret CIA programs, the therapy does not differentiate the difference. We need to employ this into all the schools ASAP, because they're under some serious mind control. It works for everyone, and to finalize the proof, I'd have to work with 8 billion people to find the one it failed. Until then, I can't actually prove it. But for all intents and purposes, let's say that it does cure all. I felt that submerged water rebirthing in the fetal position that recreates the in utero experience would merely cure anorexics and bulimics. That meant that I thought and continue to feel that correct position water rebirthing had the potential of healing 100%. Treat those afflicted with mild to severe across-the-board psychological problems. Effectively unlock the mind that had undergone mind control programs. Little did I know there would be a 4th paradigm of thought. I was very satisfied with this 3-tiered conclusion. I set off to find funding for writing a book about this, developing a documentary as well as companion DVD for the book that demonstrates the therapy and chronicle the paths taken by people affected by the disorder and show their recoveries. The stumbling block was finding a grant that would help support the process by which I could bring this concept to the world and begin to change lives and even save lives. I finally found one foundation that offered a $400,000 grant to study anorexia nervosa, and I was ecstatic, but floored when I could not complete the application process. For you see, the deadline was that day, Valentine's Day 2013. How convenient. I felt powerless. I replied in an email to the foundation's director, and in a sentence I buried in it, I said, "It's unfortunate, but I am working on God's timeline and itinerary, not mine. Perhaps there's more to this man. Perhaps there's more to this than met my eye, and that I'm not completely ready. I'm still waiting to see. My blathering letter and begging on my knees. There it is. Hey, I want to thank you for being kind to me with the very fast replies and answers to my questions. Yay. Last night, an event occurred that is absolutely prolific. I was on international calls confirming what I had found, and what I got was a positive impromptu peer review green lighted all the way. What I discovered was the absolute perfect treatment for extreme eating disorders. However, it is much more than that. It is a profound find involving a total restructuring of the brain. It does involve biological research, which is one of the requirements. However, I need time to fulfill the sponsor aspect and what others need to be in place. I would like to ask for a personal extension so that I can do this next week. If this is a foundation that is dispersing this money for truly authentic altruistic intent, then I would be pleased if we could make an arrangement. I wish this happened in time for me to apply properly and on time, but as the way things go, my mind works on God's schedule, not mine. If you say sorry, then I know for a fact that this is big industry based. If this is for people, then I know the foundation is genuinely trying to find the right solution. Remember, youngsters are dying sickening deaths, and parents are destroyed from this leak. The magnitude of the discovery is that I stumbled into Big Medica's most guarded secret. It is so feared that someone will realize it. I don't know this yet, but I imagine it so. That heads will roll. Up until this point, I felt that one of the big secrets, which I wanted to think was the story of the Rockefellers and how they blocked the gold cure for addiction and disease. I really thought I'd done allopathic science in a couple years ago. Now I very much think so with this. I believe I have found the procedure that is the precursor to the cure for all diseases. I received a call from a man living in Sweden. This person asked about one particular health problem regarding cataracts. We spent about an hour on the phone. At the end of the call, I asked that he send an email so that I could log him into my contacts. I received him from an email in which he accounted for his health condition. It turns out that he had succumbed to a deplorable state of being in which his entire body and soul, he felt, were shutting down. He mentioned that our discussion of cataracts was the least of his problems. This was excruciatingly understated. I was in a state of shock for both he and myself, because in my case I felt I could address anyone's health problems. In this case, I felt there was absolutely nothing I could do to restore him to original condition. I was sure I could help in some ways to ease the suffering, just so that he wouldn't perish miserably. My ego, pride, and sense of self was in question. Who the hell was I really? I'm supposed to help people, not let them slip away. I had to take some action, and so I began an email to him with a protocol on what to do. I figured I'd go back to basics by describing how others had recovered from grave illnesses. I went through my itinerary of education to see what my master teachers would have done. In this situation, I had to lump all of their minds into one processing unit. This person had a multitude of conditions, many I had never heard of, and those that I did, but not truly understood nor bothered with. I felt that when the time came that I had tackled those problems, I had enough understanding of the healing arts to do it. Or so I thought. I did know one thing, however, that there was a near complete disconnect between his brain and the rest of this man's body. I started there. How do you reconnect the system? And then it came to me. I could not believe what had happened because at first I knew not of what to do. The answer was with the rebirthing technique, and I'll explain why. His whole neural network had shut down because of the memory of trauma overtaking his brain's capacity to communicate. And like a viral explosion, his brain had become overwritten and continues to be invaded internally as the virus spreads. No signal could be sent from any cell or cluster of cells unless stimulated by something, acupuncture or otherwise. His brain literally needed to be switched off and then back on. To tell the story, I must first show how the link availed me. I had a recent interest in learning Chinese acupuncture. I went to the school where my friend Mary was attending, who had encouraged me in the first place to apply. There, I met a Chinese professor, Dr. CLEO, and befriended her. She asked that I sit in on a special class in which a very specialized acupuncture, the thought line, and technique she learned from her master teachers would be taught and demonstrated. I picked it up fairly easily and was grateful for her wisdom. This took me to the point where I wanted to study auricular therapy, which is ear acupuncture, because I had known of its use with addiction therapy. I got to work. The first place where I sometimes begin is YouTube for the reason, in this case, I can view demonstrations of the procedures and techniques as well as find who's who in the field and then contact them personally. I have a variety of research methodologies, and thank goodness for YouTube. One in particular caught my interest because it was a 45-minute presentation rather than a minute or two log line of auricular therapy. A simple analogy conveyed by Dr. Ron Hunninghake made in this video held the clue that led me to the key. In this video, Dr. Hunninghake of the Riordan Clinic in Wichita, Kansas, made a very simple analogy using computers to explain how acupuncture works. In this case, he describes the ear as a keyboard that when the buttons are pressed, the computer, which would be the brain, would receive a signal that another part of the body needs to be communicated with. That's where faith comes through hearing, see? Because the brain, for some reason, is disconnected with that region of the body. A simple bypass switch located at an acupuncture point could be pressed in order to send the signal to the CPU when the main pathway is blocked. It was as simple as that. Acupuncture, then, to me, is simply a localized method of stimulation. If the whole of the body was disconnected, it would be senseless to stick a zillion pins in the body all at once or over a lifetime to get all the parts, cells, glands, organs, and so on jump-started. By the time one pathway is open, the potential for it closing again while getting the other buttons on the keyboard depressed was the problem. The answer came to me. The problem was at the brain, and that the pathway had to be cleared permanently. There had to be an easier way, but how? Could underwater or submerged in utero experience rebirthing therapy help? Well, sure it could. To explain, I must illustrate the method by which the pain of traumas are expunged. Firstly, the idea behind rebirthing is to recreate the trauma-less experience before the first birthing problem when at birth occurs. From there, the brain is reset. It now has the ability to take in clean software or pleasant memories in the form of normal life experiences without the encumbrances of traumas. Whatever life issues are happening to the person in adulthood are easily navigable in the sense that there are no psychological blocks impeding that person's movement through them. This would be where conventional therapies are needed, if at all. At the time, I was satisfied knowing only that it works. I had not yet known why, but had that desire to eventually find an answer. I did. In the world of kinesiology and emotional freedom techniques, I knew that just like acupressure, blockages in the meridian pathways can be cleared. I knew that emotional fears and phobias have memories and experiences that reside in organ tissue, and that they can be removed, allowing the release of the memorable pain regarding the tissues and not our conscious memories. The memory of pain at the time of an injury residing at the site of injury can be erased as well. All these things, as misunderstood as they can be to the skeptic, are real. Once these memories are gone, a complete healing of the injury or of the psyche and so on can take place, as if a dam has been removed and the water can flow freely. And there it was. I now knew that what happens during a water birth is that the myriad of memories embedded in the matrix of the DNA of each and every memory aspect and more of the brain cells are taken away. This happens all at once with one single therapeutic experience. Sorry, Rockefellers. From this point, once the brain has rebooted from scratch in a factory out of the box condition, can the brain freely communicate with the body in order to begin and continue healing everything. I had known that water healing was the flagship emotional freedom technique, but I just didn't see the end until now. It was clear to me that this was the single easiest and most likely the real flagship kinesiology movement, EFT technique, and therapy known to ancient people who practiced it for everything. Exorcisms of evil spirits, indoctrination, traumatic experiences, routine psychological cleansings, the start of a health protocol, you name it. I was stunned, for I solved the problem relating to this man's dilemma in Sweden. For people who have had a complete brain disconnect, they can now benefit from water rebirthing as long as it is as close to the in utero experience and where the body conforms to its gestation position just before birthing. This is the fetal position, which completes an electromagnetic field, and it is our first memory with a surrogate host. So, that kind of goes in line with how, you know, let me see, the different results of the the Bible baptizing people in water. That's the rebirthing experience. And also, how he told the man to go into the Jordan 7 times. Okay, so he can relive that birthing experience and eliminate the trauma of his own birth.
Brother,
yeah, you want to say something?
You and I must be thinking the same exact damn thing. You tapped into my mind, and I feel violated. Just today, I wanted to come on and talk to you and share with the brothers that if you read literature on cellular biophysics and developed just a basic understanding of what happens with the body on that level, on a biophysics level, you literally could get yourself in a meditative state to get down to that level to discover what you really are and what your real purpose is, to experience what it was like to develop and grow.
You got to go back to the beginning. So this is why he would constantly compare it to being born again from a mother's womb, is because that's why they would use water for these things, because you want to recreate your maternal birth so that you can get over your body. Your body can forget the trauma that it went through during birth. That trauma also remembered all of your experiences throughout your terrible twos, your teenage, your preteen years, your teenage years, and your adult life. And these things add up to a car accident. These things add up to a stroke. These things add up to a heart attack. They add up to an aneurysm. You see? So you have to reset your mind to open the pathways back up from your mind to all your traumatic body parts. Your body is in trauma. Different parts of your body is in trauma. That's how that works. Okay, go ahead. I didn't mean to.
Brother, your mic is breaking up, brother. Your microphone.
Okay, which part did I miss?
Say again?
Which part did I miss?
Yeah, you got some bandwidth issues going on there.
Remembers the trauma of your birth, and that wherever you were traumatized during your birth, your entire life records more trauma in those places. And if you have some type of accident, maybe you fall and hurt your knee or something, then that knee remembers that trauma throughout your life, and more trauma is recorded in that area until it just is dysfunctional. So this rebirthing process erases those trauma areas and allows free flow from your brain to the rest of your body. Go ahead, you want to say something?
Yeah, Clayton, we on the same level, man, thinking-wise, bro. You starting to scare me now. You starting to scare me, bro. Either you the one penetrating my system and eavesdropping on me, bro, or something else is going on, dude.
I got this from the homie, man.
I think you read my mind through Wi-Fi and some shit, bro.
Got wireless.
Yeah, I got this from the dumbest man that I've ever met. That's where I got the information from.
That's crazy, dude. That is crazy. All right, brothers, I gotta wake up early in the morning because I gotta deal with Europe. But I want to really appreciate it. You giving me the platform, clean.
Not a problem.
Love you like a brother, man.
Anytime.
You too, Amaziah, if you listening. I will call you in the morning, my brother. Jose, of course, man, it's always a pleasure. I'm getting things handled
Always.
so that we can get you taken care of as well, brother, at the same time. Okay?
Most definitely, King.
All right,
You have a good
brothers.
night.
Hey, you
All
have a
right.
good night, too. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
Well,
All right.
Shalom.
Peace out, man.
okay, so we got ramifications here. The profound issue is that big medicine is at stake. This may be its greatest secret and the most guarded. Even more dangerous than that is the fact that this may be the Vatican's greatest secret on its higher levels. It could even be more feared for the reason practitioners of evil within the cult ritualism and Satan worshiping would never want to be deprogrammed. Do they have an epic fear of water rebirthing themselves? Of course they do. Perhaps this is our greatest weapon against those that practice the occult. If baptisms are performed correctly, which would obviously be as the method I have described in curing anorexia nervosa, then it was their intent to bastardize the process. Sprinkling water on the forehead and rudimentary water plunges do not work to convert people. In days of old, it may be assumed that if the magicians and evil practitioners of deceit hiding out in the church posing as the clergy used water rebirthing baptisms, what they were really doing was installing bad scripts that were encoded into the subject being rebirthed. In the computer world, that means replacing a virus into the CPU brain. This then would keep the person as an indoctrinate into that system of deception. How rude. This is why schools don't do water baptisms. And you know what I'm saying? About Valeria Levitin, I was hopeful, certain really, that Valeria Levitin would contact me from Russia. As of today, I have not heard from her. I even queried Russia Today television network to pass the information on to her. Haven't heard from her. Since the final realization the treatment is systemic, meaning it treats the body, mind, and spirit, from my original thought that it was only for psychological issues, was stemming from the treatment of anorexia, I put her in because she is a notable sufferer of anorexia. I felt that the 9-minute video would be part 1 of 3 parts. Part 2 and 3 would be the interviews and the results after a year of follow-ups throughout the year of progress. I wanted to save her life, and she could very well be dead now. I cried for days searching for her contact info, wanting to help. I just hope I'm in time and that she does try it. If there is a successful result, Kathy, she is so well known that the miracle would spread to as many sufferers around the world as can spread. That's my objective. And that's why I'm going to try this rebirthing therapy on my mother. And that's it for that.
You still there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You said that was it?
Yeah, that's it for that.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I got a whole bunch more, but we'll just go through them throughout the week. You know what I'm saying? I got like 20 of them.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to say, you know, the satanic people got their own little rebirthing thing, but it's more like putting you to death where you lay in a coffin, and you know what I mean, they have you jack off and divulge your deepest secrets, you know what I mean, in
Every
the
last
complete
one of them, from
darkness.
childhood to
Yeah.
adulthood. You exactly right. Skull and
Yep.
bone.
Yep.
Well, all the satanic guys do that, but the Skull and Bones are most famous for it.
Yep. And that's kind of like being reborn, as they would call it, you know, into a demonic indoctrinated state
There you go.
in fear. You know what I mean?
There you go. There ain't no theory to it. That's exactly what's happening to them. They're being replaced by a demon. That's why Joe Biden just said yesterday, I'm gonna work like the devil to get Hillary in office.
Wow.
Because they're the devil. The devil is their mentor. It's what they look up to. That's what they try to emulate. And they're gonna die.
Kind.
They're gonna pay. The wages of their sin is pure death.
That's right, bro.
The wages of our righteousness is a crown of life.
And the scriptures also talk about the people having a conscience seared with a hot iron.
Aha. Go ahead, tell them some more truth.
And that's, you know, that's like they've been, like you went into being traumatized, you know, they be so traumatized that they consider the way that they live in the correct way, you know what I mean? Because that's the way that they cope with that trauma and that hurt in their life, that they, you know what I mean, they go into other paths of knowledge or other things, like you bring out addiction and all them other types of things, you know. That's their way of coping with that trauma, man.
That's right. Temporary relief.
Yep.
A temporary release of endorphins into the body, you know, and then that causes an imbalance in itself. So that's why when they don't have it, you know, they're not producing endorphins properly.
Kind.
So they got to go get it over and over again.
Yeah, what you say, they burning their conscience.
Yeah, man.
And that's exactly what it's talking about, you know. These people don't have no remorse, no compassion. They're not empathetic to nothing, you know. That's why they able to slaughter a little child and sacrifice them to their so-called gods.
Man, that was deep, man. I ain't know it was that long, but that was deep.
Kind. That's why the scriptures say you got to be born again with the knowledge and wisdom of the Heavenly Father. Because if you ain't born again, this life is traumatizing. You know what I mean? And you would go into all types of wickedness. You know, you would basically entangle yourself with the ways of the world.
Absolutely, absolutely. And see, when you get these traumas, they stay in your body, all over your body, everywhere, wherever that traumatic event happened. And so it closes off. It closes off. It closes up. It causes a blockage to your brain, so that, you know what I'm saying, so that you won't continue to feel that pain right when that trauma happens. You know what I'm saying? It gives you a quick signal to the brain, say, "Hey man, I'm hurting over here. My toes hurting." And then you recognize that, and then it just causes a dam to block the pain from your brain, so you won't continue to feel that pain while it's healing.
Yo, what's the topic?
Okay, we called in the Nation Noise, which is a new Afro-centered movement to create autonomous economy absent of a military and a governing structure.
Yeah.
So if they're successful in a few years, they're gonna get robbed.
That brother, he don't believe in all the scriptures either.
At all. He been banging on the Bible all night, not realizing the Bible has the answer.
He claims to be a Hebrew Israelite, but he don't, you know.
You
I
got
was asleep, so I was hoping to get on there and talk to him, but You know,
Wow. Do you know what
Good
school
brother.
he started at?
Who y'all talking about?
The guy that started Nation Noise.
Oh, okay, okay.
like I seen a video the other day where like he was making some good points about not drinking,
Mm-hmm.
but that shit was funny as hell, cause they were like he started reading in Timothy and uh he was like drink no longer, but use a little bit for the belly. And they were like, see, and start getting on his ass, man. That shit was hilarious, cuz. I'm gonna send you that video.
We
But
got serve it.
but then that's when he was like, "Oh man, I don't really believe in all the scriptures." But I think I can understand where he's coming from. Lee Bracker, shalom.
How you doing? Shalom.
Shalom, Lee Bracket.
In the dark here, so I don't know. Can you see me all right?
Yeah, you're pretty clear.
Okay. How y'all doing?
Man, we just bored. That's all. Learning is boring, but it causes a better state of being. It causes a greater what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? Abundance of life, like that. I think that's
Yeah, I'd like to get a rocking chair and just start sitting out on the porch like the old people I kind of didn't want to ever end up being, but you know what? They had the right idea.
Mm-hmm. What you got here? James and Joanne.
Got a link for everybody here if you're interested. After talking with Dava today, I kind of thought that maybe I could show some stuff that might be inspiring, because it sure as hell was for me. There were two business people, married people, middle-aged, older, that would sell. Let me see if I can. They'll tell it in this video here. Machinery to clean out the oil refinery pipes and things like that. It was just like a method by which they could keep all their equipment clean, because they're drilling for oil over there where they were in the Middle East. And I think it was, if I can remember this, they're talking about how they out with their lives. They were, where were they? Huh, I'm getting my Alzheimer's again. What's that? Libya. They were in Libya at the time that the Benghazi thing was taking place. So they got the truth about what Hillary Clinton was doing, and the fact that she truly was lying about it. Am I right about that? It was Libya?
Benghazi was Libya.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of scandal going on with her.
Mm-hmm. So what they talk about here is how the government actually ran, and how different it is than how it was depicted by, the powers that be in this country that tell us that it's the polar there. The truth is it's a polar opposite. They treated their country people with respect. They gave them money to start their businesses and their lives. It was incredible when I was listening to that. I couldn't believe it, but I believe it. So I highly recommend that all of you, watch this thing and see what the truth is, because if you understand how leaders truly lead their people and the reason why they're there in the first place, it's by no mistake. The people really want them there, and that's how this country started. But it was corrupted right off the bat anyway, so, go from there. Anyway, I just thought that might be something to feel a little bit of creative juices.
Hey Lee, what do you think needs to be done in this country, man? What do you think needs to be done? What are your personal views?
A big cleaning house. How about that?
It's gonna be one.
If I had it my way.
It's gonna be one.
If I had it my way. if I had it my way and I said what I wanted to say, they would come. They would drive up here right now and take me away. But really, what it means is we just got to overhaul what the government is. All the people have to be outed out, regardless whether they're good ones or bad ones. It's got to be a do-over. Really does.
Yeah, the whole world's gonna be a whole do-over here soon.
Well, if we could do something about what's happening now before that happens, at least we can live a happier life. To achieve that, though, takes a huge undertaking because, you know, they have us reduced to the point where we can't even do anything unless there's electricity. The second that they turn off the electricity in a community, you can't even fuel your car at the nearest gas station because that runs on electricity. You know,
You won't have hot water. Yeah.
they turn off the water supply. There's no water. You know, so they got us. You know, it would take a massive undertaking just to be able to achieve it. So chipping away at it is the only way that I could see doing it on my own, which means just kind of scratching at doors in Congress just to see if I could get any interest there. And it's totally wrong way to do it because nobody has ever been really successful that way. So you got me. I'm asked that question all the time, and I just have to shrug my shoulders and go, I don't know what to do.
And the answer is to create your own military.
That's right. You have to. You have to. The big example I gave today was the Clive and Bundy standoff. The feds didn't want to lose any one of their agents, so the people won. You know, and it's just a good example of how it has to be done. The problem with it is that they've already figured out how to get people to turn on each other. So everybody with weapons is going to, you know, shoot their neighbor for looting. The very favorite neighbor they're going to shoot anyway. It's just going to come down to that. So how does that mentality, you know, switch?
And they're also going to be killing people who they don't like. Once the chaos happens and everybody's fighting, they're just going to kill people they just don't even like.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm going to move
everybody
peaceful neighborhood.
Uh-huh.
When that happens, I'm going to move to a very peaceful neighborhood where nobody knows me and I haven't offended anybody.
I'd rather be in isolation.
Yes, that too.
Gilligan's Island, or you know, something along those lines. Land of the Lost, anything, you know.
Paradise Lost.
Yeah.
What's up?
Hey Lee, I've been researching monatomic gold a little bit, and I don't know. I wanted to ask you, have you ever heard about it, or you know anything about it?
I know a lot about it. In fact, I know something that most people never caught before about it, and have done articles describing how valuable to health gold is.
Yeah.
What sort of question do you have?
Well, yeah, I heard it had like it was like a superconductor. When it's broken down into its base elements, it's like edible, and it purifies the body. It it basically supercharges you. It causes you to have a better cognitive intelligence, you know, and things of that nature. It heals you. It has properties of levitation and other things of that like that.
Isn't that funny? Levitation, even though it's a very dense metal, it's got a property that's sort of just as heavy as just underneath lead, right?
Right, but it allows electromagnetism to flow so freely.
Uh-huh. Well, that's what they say about the ancient Egyptians. They used to eat gold.
Yeah.
Right.
And also I wanted to bring this out to the panel that also when Moses came down off from getting the commandments and he seen the golden calf and the children of Israel, you know, idolizing it, he basically destroyed it, he burned it, and then he mixed it with water and made them drink it. And I thought that was very interesting.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Moses created the first gold slugger.
I'll tell you how you can make monoatomic gold on your own. Just get a 9-volt battery, 2 wires, and connect one of the wires to a gold-plated lead. And if you don't have one, just kind of, I guess, solder it or tie it to a gold ring. But it's got to be natural gold.
Yeah.
And it's best to not be a gold-plated piece of jewelry, but something that's I would call it organic gold, for the reason that there was a time when the only thing that would hold radioactive material was gold. So they would keep radium and all those things that they would experiment with in laboratories in gold jars or containers. And once they were done with it, they would cycle the gold to sell it. So what you're getting is poison gold. They'd make it into jewelry and sell it like that. It'd be radioactive gold. So no longer would it be organic. You couldn't put the label organic gold on it. People that have gold fillings, if you notice, and they don't have the amalgam fillings with the mercury in it, but just they've got, you know, gold in their mouth, those are people that are more even keeled. They're centered. They're balanced. And the reason for that is because little atoms come off of the gold in monoatomic form. That means it's bioavailable cells, which means it could go right through the cell walls and permeate the cell with its with that mineral. It's a trace mineral that our bodies need. And those people are very leveled. Now, back before 1900 turned around, between the year 1880 and up till the year 1900, there was a cure using gold, and it was called the CLEO gold cure. And the person that discovered this was a field surgeon during the Civil War. And he came across one of those old medical books, whatever the Latin word for something medicum. And in it, it talked about the healing properties of gold. And he experimented this with people that were alcoholic and discovered that by making a triation homeopathic thing using gold and injecting it into their bloodstream was actually literally curing them from the addiction. But it wasn't just alcohol, it was opium, narcotics, tobacco smoking, across the board. It was relieving the person of the addictive properties of the drug. And so therefore they didn't have the cravings to do it. We're talking about people that were literally detoxing. You know how it is when you're detoxing, you're jonesing for it, you need it. Just remove that feeling altogether. And it became so widely known that they had about 118 clinics worldwide. Different countries, they had set up these clinics called the CLEO Gold Cure Clinic. And what it was really was a combination of herbs too in it. Gold and chlorine. Double chloride of gold. And it's a biochemical cell salt. And what that means, C-E-L-L, not S-C-L-L, for your body cells. We need 12 basic ones, and they're called the Schussler cell salts. You can pull up tabs on this if you want. Let me see if I can spell it. SCHUSSLER, cell salts. And out of the 12, the famous one that we all know of is sodium chloride, which is table salt. We need that. Then the 11 other ones are like magnesium and sulfur and all the different combinations of biochemic mineral salts. When it was discovered, it was by burning the body into the ashes, and what's left over the pile of ashes are these 12 basic biochemical cell salts, or salts.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, one of them that they never thought of happened to be gold chloride, and it's an essential one, and that's the one for addiction and for leveling the person who's imbalanced, bipolar, and all that kind of stuff, as well as being a curative for a lot of ailments that people would be suffering from. So why do we not see it today? The Illuminati, in particular, the Rockefellers in this country, they block natural cure for using gold on purpose, and they set up Alcoholics Anonymous to do it. Because, get this, they had a 96% success rate using gold. That's right, and I'm not kidding about that. And Keeley, Enrock Keeley, he said that they actually had 100% effectiveness with the thing.
Wow.
The people that dropped out were the ones that really wanted to kill themselves without, they just, you know, they didn't have the craving to do it. They just didn't want to live life. So really, in a sense, it was 100% effective.
Wow.
I got an article on that. I'll pull up that article because that might be of interest.
Okay.
So you can make monatomic gold the same way you do with silver. Colloidal gold is what they would call it. So colloidal silver, you take that same 9-volt battery, connect a couple electric leads to it with silver plated, put it in a glass of water, let it sit for a night, and you've got yourself some silver. With silver, it does something different than gold. Silver is just a cleanser. Microorganisms don't like to live on it. They like to either avoid it or they die. Which explains why silverware became popular in Europe.
Yeah.
It wasn't gold, it wasn't platinum. It happened to be silver because when you held food in silver, it would naturally kill the organisms that would normally grow in there. Fungus, yeast, and mold, microorganisms. Makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
So you could take a gold coin, put it under your tongue, walk around all day, and get it that way too. You wouldn't want to swallow it; wouldn't do any good.
You got the homies, Hebrew Warrior, and Madon. Gimme. Shalom.
Yahweh power, brothers.
Yahweh power.
Yahweh power, King. How's it going, Hebrew Warrior?
He came in and went to sleep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I've been,
brothers,
you know.
y'all brothers all right tonight, man?
Yeah, man, perfect.
Always
That's
blessed,
what's up.
King.
That's what's up, man. I've been sitting back, man. Netflix been had me hooked tonight, man. I don't know if y'all been on Netflix and seen the TV series called The Messengers.
No.
Oh man, y'all gotta check that, man. It's like how it's I give you the basic details. Like a meteorite landed and Satan, when Satan was cast down out of heaven, Satan came out the meteorite, and the Most High gave like 7 people, like they supposed to be the angels of the apocalypse. He gave them like some powers and stuff. But I don't want to get into it. But it's a nice TV series, man. If y'all ever get a chance to check it out, it's called The Messengers. It's powerful.
Okay, I'll check that out when I get a chance.
You gonna send me some Netflix money?
It's only like $4.99 a month, I think.
Is it?
Yeah, for Netflix, you know, and I just watch it over my PlayStation. You know what I mean?
Netflix TV.
You know, if you got a PlayStation 2, or I mean PlayStation 3.
Can't see nothing on my PlayStation 2. I need a TV to see.
You need a TV, brother.
I'm just messing with you.
I know you, the boy. You got your own business, brother. You got it going on, man.
I'm just messing with you, man.
Oh, okay, I was about to get some fellas together. We was gonna get you a TV, man.
Let's get a GoFundMe TV. A TV.
Hey, nah, I wasn't gonna set up no GoFundMe, man. You know what I mean? I know a couple homies. You know, I try to pull strings.
The discount, not the discount.
No. I was gonna get brothers to work with me. We was gonna get you a TV.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm just the type of I just look out for brothers that I got love for. You know what I mean? I got love for y'all brothers.
For sure.
Kind, always, King. Yep. But yeah, on the monatomic gold, you know, when I look in the scriptures, you know, he created that when they made the Ark of the Covenant, you know, that was a very powerful conductor of energy, and that allowed the children of Israel to walk along with it, you know, and not get hurt or damaged by the energy from the Ark of the Covenant. Does that make sense, Lee?
Yeah, whatever it is he said does. I'm sorry, repeat the last thing.
I'm sorry. When Moses fed the children of Israel the powder gold mixed with water, that, you know, they created the Ark of the Covenant, which guided them through the wilderness. You know, it'll float and then it'll set. It might set somewhere for some years or so, and then it'll get up and float again, you know, and they would follow it. And it allowed the children of Israel to be around the Ark of the Covenant, which was a powerful conductor of electricity and energy. Do that make sense?
Yeah, it was a capacitor. The way it was built and constructed with argon. Have you ever heard of argon energy?
Yes.
And somehow it had an anti-gravity property to it. It repelled from the ground surface. And what I understand is that this ark, you can push it around. That's why I only had 4 people carrying this heavy thing. They weren't really carrying it. They were just guiding it. And it's been all over the world, and I think it's finally resting in Jerusalem. I'm quite certain about that. It could be in Dubai. I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't really that stuff, but not a lot of people are aware of this because really nobody's ever looked into it. But what I discovered in the flat Earth world that I was in, these people, what they weren't looking at was how the elements work with each other in order to describe what the attraction is. Science will call it gravity, but there's a reason why the seas are drawn towards the ground plane and below, why things are, objects, physical objects are, but the air is not. It just happens to be objects. And the answer that I think is that it's all about water. Water has the attractive nature to it to all things. So we're attracted to the waters below this earth and all the waters above that are away from it and on top of the land are drawn to it too. I kind of call it the mothership underneath. So somehow they figured out how to manipulate the elements, and gold was one of them, having what they call a paramagnetic property to it, the superconductivity that and then there is a diamagnetic property.
Yep.
Which is the opposite of that. Paramagnetic simply is just like a weak electromagnetic natural field around an object. Granite has a very high one. Somehow they were able to, gold happens to defy water when it's under the right conditions. But when it's not, then it's attracted to that water, which is why it's so heavy. It's kind of a bizarre way of thinking of it, but that's how I think it, you know, and I'm still working on this theory of mine. But when it said that people could levitate within the pyramids, the conditions were such that it negated the properties within the human body having all the 4 elements, well, 5 elements in it, so that can happen.
Wait.
I lose you.
So the pyramids have those steps on the inside, and people would just float around to the different levels.
I don't think that's the way it happened. I think it happened in the center. Like if we're looking at the king's and the queen's chamber of the Great Pyramid,
yeah,
was where that would occur.
Okay, gotcha.
But in the days when they said that stone could be moved using sound frequencies,
yeah,
that was acting on one particular element. It's the element of earth, which is what those stones were made of, because there's no water in it, there's no air in them. So it's lacking 2 of the main elements. So the stone, being of one element, could be acted upon by other forces to make them levitate. And then, but they couldn't do it on their own. They had to be configured in such. Well, when I say they, I'm talking about the element had to be configured in some way to become its own mechanism or capacitor to, you know, harness all that energy, and then create that field to levitate on its own. And that's what that ark was doing, I think. Whatever was inside that ark too. It's like maybe a miniature pyramid. And again, a pyramid doesn't have to be a 4-sided to a point with a square bottom. Pura means fire, mid means middle, so fire in the middle. And let's see, where was I going with the reason why a human being can't levitate is because we are a combination of all 5 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, and then light or etheric energy. And because of that, we're kind of like the same construct as Earth is, with all the elements that God created the Earth as. We're like that too, but as a living entity. But we have all the same elements that the Earth does, just like an animal, an insect, a bush, a tree, you know. That because of the way it's made and the way the elements act with each other, it's fixed, which is why I think that they say that the Earth is fixed, doesn't move. Now, we could propel ourselves because we got legs, but as a body unit whole, we're fixed. It's like my fingers aren't floating off the palms of my hands, kind of thing. It's like somehow we're held together just because of the way that the elements push and pull with each other. But how they were able to figure out how to make a construction that they call the ark using gold and wood, certain types of wood, and layered them, gold and wood inside out. So it was very specific in the Bible. I have to reread it again actually to see how they do it, but other people have figured it out. That I believe it's been recreated. I went to a Tesla Tech convention once, and they showed some devices that were anti-gravity based on the same principles.
Okay. All right. Now, I heard that, like, people who ingest the monatomic gold, if they mentally unstable, so to speak, that it causes them to go, I don't want to say insane, but it enhances their instability in a mental, and I think that's why the scriptures say you should not live by bread alone, but by every word. that proceeded out of the mouth of the Heavenly Father. Do you think that's like is that kind of true, or would you that resonate with you?
Well, many of us are vitamin deficient, and well, I'll speak of one particular vitamin. It happens to be vitamin B3. It's niacin. And what niacin can do for a person is restore them to balance if they have the condition known as schizophrenia. I meet them all the time. There's so many people that have some degree of schizophrenia. It simply is a vitamin deficiency. 70% of people that suffer from that can be restored to their original condition of self. I can explain it further if you want. Vitamin B3 or niacin is actually called nicotinic acid. Nicotinic acid comes from nicotine, which comes from your tobacco leaf, which is a highly concentrated, version of nicotinic acid coming from that plant. Other plants have it, but tobacco has a high concentration of it, which is why people that are recovering from alcoholism or other drug addictions, they tend to, be stuck with that one thing, that one vice, which is tobacco smoking. Partly because when alcohol is introduced as system beyond the system's ability to, be in balance with ethanol alcohol, it depletes all your B vitamins across the board, which is why in detox, I remember when I'd go through detox, God knows how many times, I was always given vitamin B6 and B12 and whatever. If they gave me vitamin B3, that would have saved me because I was going nuts. It was alcohol poisoning. So if we're looking at Alcoholics Anonymous, Bill Wilson in 1935, who realized that it was a spiritual recovery for that, missed the biochemical aspect of it. And the reason he did was because he went to the Rockefellers, who knew of the gold cure for balance of the mind, body, spirit, and soul. Because 35 years ago, they successfully wiped that whole history out. There were only very few people that remembered the Keeley gold cure, the bichloride of gold. So Bill Wilson never really knew. And I'm sure he did, but they steered him away from it and said, hey, that's not going to work. He wasn't really the brightest guy. A lot of people think he was. But he did discover niacin. And he wanted to help more alcoholics recover from the addiction, because only 5 to 10% of people would stay in AA long enough to, get the recovery thing and then be sober longer than a year. Today, same sort of thing. Because remembering that they had almost 100% cure back during the days when they had the Keeley gold cure, the Rockefellers didn't want that to happen, because selling alcohol is a big thing, big profiteering thing, but also keeping people away from the gold cure was important too. I think I sent you guys a link there. Yeah, I sent the link. You're more than welcome to kind of peruse that article and see what that's all about. If it's too technical, let me know, because even when I read my own stuff, it's like, huh? So anyway, the thing that Bill Wilson wanted to do was he wanted to help people that were still nuts. They were sober, but they still had imaginary friends and all that. He found the solution with a guy up in Canada. His name was Abram Hoffer, and he ran a clinic called the Orthomolecular Medicine or Medical Clinic, and all that meant was mega vitamin therapy. Real simple. They heal people using vitamin C, mega doses of vitamin C with schizophrenia, vitamin B3 and B6, and it was a miracle. But they couldn't really operate out of the United States because the Rockefellers were basically created a new landscape. They were corrupting the food supply and doing everything that they could to eliminate all the essential minerals that one would need in their food from the soils. So commercial soil doesn't have all that what we need. Particular gold, because gold used to run freely down the mountains in streams, and people would drink gold, silver, platinum, and everything.
Wow.
But our water is basically not sterilized, but generic, not saturated with all these trace minerals that we need. And people that live near oceans that get ocean fish and eat that are healthier because ocean water has practically all the elements that appear on the periodic table of elements that we remember in high school. We had that. It's right there in the ocean. So Asian people that eat seaweed, sea vegetation, they don't experience cancer, but the ones that do pretty much eat McDonald's over there. They got away from their traditional food supplies.
Yeah.
So back to gold. Gold is a real fascinating topic, and I think that people get overzealous with it and they try to overthink it. But in a minute amount, it's enough to balance and restore a person. It's not like we need to have it, in our blood system so that we can be electrified. A little goes a long way, we'll say. And people that do too much silver, for example, they think that that's solving all their problems. Well, they get so loaded up that they get heavy metal toxicity. Incidentally, during the gold cure days, you know what? I didn't even really describe that. I talked about that earlier off record for this. So I'm forgetting that I didn't explain it. Between the years 1880 and 1900, the solution for people that were addicted to alcohol and a number of other things, including opium and narcotics and cocaine, tobacco smoking, happened to be what they call, what the heck is it? When they take a little bit, a minute amount, and disperse it in water, and then take a drop of that and put it in another thing of water. They call it a triation, or yeah. This was so diluted that in a scientific laboratory couldn't tell if there was any gold in it at all. But the water carried the frequency of the gold.
Oh.
And that was the evolvement of this treatment, because originally it wasn't done that way and people were getting heavy metal toxicity from the gold. It was too much. It was doing its job, but then they would get sick from having too much gold in their system. And people that do too much silver, they get blue skin. And so they're, it's like too much of anything is not good for you. And then people were accusing Keeley by saying, well, there's no gold in it at all. How can you call it gold? It's because it carried the frequency. It carried the memory of the gold, just the vibrations of it.
Oh,
so it was a fascinating thing. And
okay. My last question, my fault, Devon, my last question. Would you endorse monatomic gold? And if so, do you think the people who manufacturing it would they selling it? Are they making it right, or are they adding things into it?
I have no idea who makes good quality or not.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I really don't know. But I do know that if you talk to the people that actually make it and get to know them, you would probably be more familiar and feel comfortable with it, just knowing it from them. They're the people making it.
Okay.
And you don't talk to just one manufacturer, but these are people that just do it in their house. I don't think they have big factories. I know one person that I worked with on a project. I don't know if he makes it, but he sources monoatomic gold from a company, and he says it's the best. So I'll tell you what, I'll just get together with him and find out who that is so that I could send it to you, and that way you don't have to fuss with it.
Okay, that'd be great. Would you suggest it? Like, cause I've been thinking about getting some. Would you recommend it?
Do you feel imbalanced?
Not necessarily, but I feel like I'm not healthy as I could be. You know, those type of things. And would it help? Would it help?
If you were to take something like any kind of supplement, it's always good to do it just a couple of times, just to kind of reinvite the mind back to what it's supposed to be doing, because sometimes the mind gets disconnected from a body function.
Okay.
And when it remembers, and it's just by being stimulated by the resonant properties of whatever mineral is vibrating at that particular frequency, just kicks something into action. But to continue using it babies the system, so to speak. What would be a good way of explaining that?
Okay.
You know how women, they're always being make like lipstick on, or they put like gasoline over their lips, like chapstick, or anybody that puts chapstick on. Overusing chapstick creates a condition in which the lips, the skin, no longer produces its own protective emollient oils to keep the lips moist. So the minute that you stop using chapstick, it's like, why are my lips getting all cracked up again? It's just not normal. It's because
you're using too much.
For too long of a time.
Okay. Okay.
And yeah, that's how these SSRIs work. You know, when somebody's treated with Ritalin, not Ritalin, but you know, the psychotropic drugs, the ones that, what are the names of some of them? I'm not even remembering. What they do is they replace the serotonin reuptake inhibitors. It's telling the brain that it no longer has to make its own natural one, so a person becomes dependent on that.
Okay, you get addicted to it.
Addicted to it, but they can't go cold turkey off of it because the person will go crazy. They have to reduce it down. And during the reduction process, where you nutrition somebody right off of that drug, is the time that the brain is slowly kicking back into action, making its own natural one. So treating somebody with any of that should only happen like once or twice, but not for decades, because that prevents the person from creating their own natural manufacturing of whatever compound's supposed to be in balance. The dopamine, all the different neurotransmitters that are created in the brain.
Okay.
Mad medicine. That's how they trapped everybody.
All right, DeBall, I'm sorry, bro. I just had a few questions about that. And this,
that was good. That was good.
Okay.
Questions have answers.
Cool. You can go ahead and I was done.
Who, me?
And I was talking to DeBall or whoever want to speak.
I'm just sitting back enjoying the show.
Well, since we're into health and healing, hepatitis C. Anybody know anybody with Hep C?
Yeah.
Okay. Are they on interferon treatments?
I don't know.
Okay. The treatment for hepatitis C, and I got an article on that, is laugh therapy. And the reason for that is because, and I didn't know this, but interferon is not a synthetically patented compound made by somebody that, discovered it in a laboratory. It's manufactured in your liver. Hep, of course, means liver in Latin, so liver disease is hepatitis. And it's a microorganism that is killed by the natural interferon that your liver creates, and it's to keep a clean room environment, basically, so that the blood that flows through the liver and then disperses through your circulatory system is pure. No matter how much gold you put in your body isn't going to help cure these problems. So treating the problem first for somebody leads the way for better health when somebody were to use monoatomic gold, for example. So the question is, how do you manufacture interferon naturally? It's not by a mineral, it's not by a vitamin, it's not by a particular food or anything. It's nothing that you eat. It's an emotion. In fact, every single emotion that you can think of heals some aspect of a body function that has gone, defunct in some way. So to heal the liver by getting the liver to rebound, because it's not producing the interferon, is the particular emotion called exhilaration, and it's the one where you get butterflies in your stomach. You know how you feel that feeling when you're on a roller coaster? When you feel that, and that's exhilaration, is when the liver creates interferon 100 times more potent and without any side effects than any of the synthetics that they put out there. So anybody going through synthetic interferon, which isn't real true interferon, they make it in a laboratory, are getting the side effects. It's very similar to being treated with chemical therapy in cancer.
Yeah.
It is chemotherapy. It's not cancer chemotherapy. Chemotherapy. It is interferon chemotherapy. And those people experience sickness for a year or however long they're on it. They experience hair loss. Same things that the people. All right. Now they got better ones where people aren't losing their hair, but they're still toxifying their liver while at the same time removing the hepatitis C. They're creating other conditions that aren't right. So it's like, it's not right. So I'll tell you a story. There was a guy that he was afraid to death of getting of doing anything because he was diagnosed with having hepatitis C. And he didn't know whether he was going to drink himself to death, fuck it all, just go, or if he was going to go do the interferon treatment. But in order to do it, he had to take a test, but he was refusing to take the test to see if he was still Hep C positive. But he had been going to Alcoholics Anonymous, and he wasn't drinking, but he wasn't feeling right because he was terribly afraid of having the condition of hepatitis C. But finally his sponsor got him to go take the test. He says, you're either going to do it or you're just going to be miserable. And he went, and the test came back negative. He couldn't believe it. They couldn't believe it. So what they did was they had him retest for it. Came back negative the second time. So I heard this guy talk, and he said how AA healed the guy, right? Just by doing the 12 steps and the whole thing, and it was like a spiritual thing. But in his story, he said that when he was sobering up, he got a job. He got a job working Southern California as an expert at determining what needed to be fixed and what may be broken on all of your the rides out there. Every roller coaster that you could think of in Southern California, he was hired to inspect. To do that, he had to ride the thing. So he would ride all these roller coasters at Six Flags Magic Mountain, Disneyland, Knott's Berry Farm, all those places. Every day he was experiencing exhilaration. He loved it. That was the favorite thing to do ever since he was a kid even. So he got that job, you know, shortly after he was sobering up, and he was already healing himself. That by the time that he got the evaluation, he had already been healed. I wish I could meet up with the guy, if I could ever bump into him again and just tell him what I learned, because I learned what I learned later on. I heard his story, it didn't make sense until I learned from a naturopathic doctor. So that's the story. There are a lot of people that think that medical marijuana, for example, is going to heal them. But that's not the case. It's only good for specific things. And I'm just telling the story because when people are interested in, say, monoatomic gold, the misconception is that it's something that's going to fix everything across the board. And then they get fooled into using it. Meanwhile, they're going to get sick in other ways. We have to experience all of these different emotions, and exhilaration is one of those that the power elites have successfully removed from our lives. Hell, we could go through a whole day and never get that. I could go for months sometimes and never get that feeling. And that's something that one should feel every single day, is the sensation of butterflies in the stomach, like, wow, something really cool just happened. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's far in between. We don't get it because we're watching all the bullshit on TV and the news, and somebody's getting mugged and shot down the street, and everybody's, you know, tight for money, and it's just a mess. That how can we? So it's part of keeping us sick. So I think that
situation of fear.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was just gonna keep rambling like I usually do.
But exhilaration is a certain type of fear, though. It's just we realize it's a safe fear. So there's a process in the Bible, right, that tells you if your enemy tells you to walk 1 mile, go within 2. So now you know good and well this person is your enemy, and anything can happen along the way. That is a form of exhilaration if you are obedient to that process and you do exactly what the Bible tells you to do.
Kind of. You're right about
I wonder
that.
if there's any parallel to like watching basketball or football or something like that. Just experiencing that vicariously through the actions of others, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you might be right, because when I played a lot of basketball growing up, and I always got them butterflies in my stomach before the game, and you know I would get jittery, but it was a fear, but it was a I'm ready fear, you know, I can't wait fear, or you know I'm on the edge of my seat type fear.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that I used to play in high school too. And them were the good old days, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All the women. My problem was I just got to drinking. That was my problem. That destroyed the rest of my life for a long time. Hey, do you guys mind if I cut out for a little bit? I got to make some phone calls.
Yeah.
Go right ahead.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Input.
Yeah, thank you so
I
much.
put a whole bunch of stuff
Shalom.
here in the chat, but the one important one to look at would be the very top one.
Okay. I definitely check out. Thanks a lot, Lee.
You got it. Good night.
Good night.
What's up, y'all? Long time no see, man.
Oh, now you want you woke up.
I was on the phone talking to my I was on the phone talking to my honey. Shalom, brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Shalom, shalom.
Yeah, I seen y'all had the live chat, you dig? So I had it on mute that whole time. I had the volume kind of low, so I didn't hear y'all brothers if y'all shouted me out or not. But how's y'all doing, man? I was up in the Bronx for 3 days. I ain't had my computer with me, you dig? So I've never been able to join the chat or anything, man.
Oh, okay.
It's been the same old, man. We got the dude Lee Bracker on here. He had a interesting link, man. We'll send you the website about the pyramid on the back of the dollar bill and stuff like that. He got a website.
Okay.
And he tries to link well, he doesn't try, but he linked basically the fact that the Hoover Dam is actually a pyramid. You know what I mean? Maybe not in geometric shape, but he's talking about how pyramid means like a fire within. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I'll send you the link though. It's crazy.
Yeah, I see it right there. I'm gonna check it out when I get the chance. I'm gonna definitely watch that. How our friend doing from Colombia?
Hey, that man went off tonight, man. He was upset about something.
Oh, man.
Came on here
Yeah, I heard about that, man.
Tell everybody to kiss his ass and suck his dick.
Oh man, ain't you that flag yet? Yeah, me not say that live. You know I fell asleep that night, right?
Huh?
You know I fell asleep that night when we went off air.
Oh yeah. That was one.
Yeah, a couple of y'all did. Yeah.
Yeah, I was out, babe. I wanted to talk to him too offline because I kept pressing him about that chicken. You know what I mean? I wanted to see
get passed out too.
This shit.
Yeah, it's going down. It's going down. Right now, as we speak. You know what I'm saying? I got some other things going on too with Amaziah and Rathaziah. Help a brother out with this, trying to get these Target stores together. You know what I'm saying?
What's up with
I was working on that, matter of fact.
The t-shirts to Target.
You hear me?
All right, you want to go to sleep?
Bah.
Yeah.
I said I was working on that, matter of fact.
Oh, okay.
A couple of days ago when you sent it to me, I just didn't say nothing back to you.
Okay.
Started listening out and shit like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
oh yes.
man.
We called
What's up with Lion Bear? How my brother Lion Bear?
Still got his mentality going on. It's real interesting to me. You know what I'm saying?
Lion crazy, yo.
Yeah, I would.
He need to get his timeline together though, because he talking about all kinds of weird
timeline and shit. That's the least of that nigga buggy, man.
This man said time is fake. He said that the arena is fake. You know what I'm saying? That Israel's not Israel. He be talking crazy sometimes.
Yo, sometimes I'll be looking at the screen like, is this nigga just fucking with us or what, man? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the polite send this nigga over here. Oh man, he be tripping. But nah, he a good dude though. I don't want to, I never want to be rude to anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he said I want that. What I wanted. I wish he would have jumped on here. I would have, because the Ark of the Covenant was guiding Israel through the wilderness before they crossed the Jordan. I was like, so you telling me that same Ark was the boat that they was on going across the water? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that brother said that was a boat. I was here that night. I said that was a boat, bro. And the other brother said, so what about when Peter cut off the Roman soldier ear and he put it back on? So
he got all his sutras. He got all his sutras and shit.
He said he bandaged him. He listening to us right now. He's about to jump in.
Yeah, hey, come on, Lion Bear, man.
The best thing I think I heard, man, was what the ball was talking about, man. When you was talking about that pastor shit at the feeding 5,000 when everybody started pulling their loaves of bread out.
Yeah.
I don't think Warrior Hebrew heard that shit.
Nah, what did he say? I asked him about that. I don't think he had an answer for that night. But what did he say?
Tell him about that breakdown of the feeding the 5,000.
Yeah, this pastor told me because the little boy gave his last that the crowd started pulling out all their bread and
Yeah, start feeling sorry.
That's what's up. I heard one brother say, yeah, everybody took a bite. I forgot which one of y'all said that. Like,
Yeah, everybody took a bite and passed it on. Yeah, I said that.
yeah, we cracking
Man,
up.
I think that joint had to like, I think it had to grow back, man. Like as soon as they broke the bread, it just grew back.
Yeah, it had
It
to.
had to went down.
I mean, it was a miracle. I mean, that's just, you know, that's
Yeah.
what Christ did. You know, that's why they followed him. Like, we got to make him our king. This dude is bad.
Huh.
They said, we going to force him to be king. That's what they was going to kidnap Jesus. That's what they was about there. Like, you know, they was going to kidnap him. They was going to make him king. Like, nah, we're going to make you king. They thought he was a real skin or something. They was going to try to lock him in the room and just make gold. Christ like, nah. Christ asked the disciples, said, why you think these cats follow me, man? You think they do it because of faith? Because they want to be saved? Or you think they do it? He said they do it because I'm feeding. They do it because I'm feeding.
Yep.
And you know something else? He didn't sit on the throne of David and rule in Judah either. Right, the bar?
No.
The
Absolutely incorrect. He go to.
Pull the scripture out.
I already showed it.
Pull the scripture out.
He's gonna rule on the throne of David.
It said that nobody would, David's and Kenaiah's seed would rule in Judah on the throne of David.
There you go.
Cut.
What? Let me pull out my sword on your ass.
Little Wakazashi.
Let me get to hold on a second.
Go ahead and pull out that Wakazashi.
I'm gonna pull it out.
Pull out them katanas.
Shoot.
It's poop. Poop, man. It made me unsheath.
Uh-oh.
Oh, please.
Hey,
Come the lightsaber.
The secret weapon, wasn't it? That was his secret weapon. I was like, I didn't know they went this deep in the Bible to try to prove that.
I ain't even.
Yeah, you did say that, yo.
There you go.
Well, what scripture was it again?
Nah. I like the art of surprise. I like to ambush niggas. Bam. Luke 1:32. He shall be great and shall be called the Son of the Highest, and the Most High Power shall give unto him the throne of his father David. I just chopped him in tiny little pieces. I'm finna hide his body all over Israel.
Like they did that boy Osiris, huh?
Man. But they don't like to talk about that type of stuff when you go into them. When you battling with the Egyptians, they don't like to talk about that stuff.
Yeah, but one thing I noticed about the Hotep cats is their leadership is mainly Masons, you know, and they tied into that Illuminati. And since you know that the false Jews, they don't want to deal with us. They never have wanted to deal with Israelites. They won't put us on news media, none of that. They'll deal with Muslims. They'll deal with Black Panthers. They'll deal with all those different groups. But for some reason, they'll try to ignore the Israelites. They'll try to act like we don't exist. And what they'll do is they'll send those Kemet cats to come antagonize us. You know what I mean? And try to make us look bad. You know what I mean? They're sending them in there. You know, so that's why them dudes be pushing that Egyptian thing so hard. You know, but them cats, you know, they don't realize that The Most High let every nation rule at one point or another, but not with him guiding them along. He let Satan was been guiding them along. You know,
That's
the
right. Yeah.
Babylonians worship the same gods. The Egyptians worship. The Persians worship the same gods. The Romans, they all ruled through Satan, and all of their
Yep.
rulership is temporary too. You know what I mean?
Yep. And they might have named them different names, but it was pretty much the same God, you know.
And the same demons. You know, they all had their chief demon. You know, that was representative of Satan, and then they had lesser demons, which were they lesser gods. You know,
That's
I
right.
tell you know, and then I tell brothers, I say, look, man, they say, but these African brothers, what that mean, man? You know, at one point everybody was dark, man. The whole earth was dark, brother. You know, so it is what it is. You know,
Yeah. And I also like to bring out how like you know, they're gonna try to mock the Most High and his son. So they're gonna have, you know what I mean, the same type of stories. They're gonna have prophets, and they're gonna, you know what I mean, work certain these false miracles and do the same thing. That's why you have a type of correlation with all the stories of the nations, you know what I mean?
And then remember this too. Before Nimrod came along, all the nations was more than likely they was all in harmony with God and His laws. But Nimrod caused them to go off. You know, when you
That's
go
right.
into,
Yeah.
because Nimrod is historically Gilgamesh, and when you go into the story of Gilgamesh, it tells you that he built a tower to reach the god of the flood. They called him the god of the flood, and his name was Awawa, which is very similar to Yahweh. And he supposedly in the epic, he went up there and cut God's heads. He claims he killed the Most High. He cut the Most High head off, and then
Oh
he told
man.
the people, you don't have to fear that God anymore. Now you can live how you want to live. You can do whatever you want to do because I've killed that God. Now, what that was, and that's how they explain it in the Epic of Gilgamesh. But in the Bible, they tell you that he was a mighty hunter before the face of God, meaning he was disrespectful to God.
Yep.
You know, and he told he lied and told the people, you know, I killed that God. So now you're free to worship how you want to worship, do what you want to do. You know, so when you see a lot of these like the 42 negative confessions and a lot of things that's similar to what we got in the scriptures, it's because at one point them nations was in harmony with God. But as you can see when you go into their stories, that they corrupted all of that. Whatever they had going with the Most High, they corrupted it. Nimrod was the first. He was the first. He was the first form of the Illuminati, man.
That's right. And then they don't like to bring out how it's a masculine part of that ma'at. That's the female, but it's also a masculine part. I forget what it's called because I ain't in all that. But you know, they don't even bring out everything on their side.
Yeah, and that's what I tell them, brothers. I say, man, how can you promote something that's in league with the 1% that's ruling the earth today? I mean, it's obvious that they worshiping that same stuff. You know, and so how you gonna be in league with them? And then them brothers will say, well, they stole that from us, brother. Yeah, but it's still evil, brother. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't steal it from us. The Egyptians was doing it first because they was ruling first. But it's wicked as hell. You know, it's wicked as hell. The same thing the Illuminati do today as far as eating shit, having sex with babies, eating human flesh, eating child flesh, having
drinking blood.
Yeah. Like I told one brother, we was in the chat arguing. He said, yeah, the Romans was wicked and gay. I said, actually, man, white people was gay by nature, but they was just regular gay. The Egyptians was the first. The Africans was the first gay, and they did it on some spiritual shit. They taught the Romans how to be gay on a spiritual level. You know what I mean? They made a religion out of that shit. Like, we all know that's what the demons like. That makes the demons, when you do everything opposite of what the Most High tell you to do, the demons, they love that shit, man.
Fine. Hey, DeBar.
Yeah.
What you think about that monatomic gold, bro?
Yeah, man. I still don't think it was manna.
No, I don't think it was manna either. I don't think it was manna now. That video really, you know what I mean, that opened me up, but and then it don't add up in the scriptures either.
But your boy with the fruit fast, what's his name?
Say that again.
Your boy that do the fruit fast.
You said the fruit pass?
The fruit fast. What's that guy name?
I don't know what you're talking about.
He used to rock with Polite for a couple months. Inky.
Okay, yeah.
He talks about that too. Yeah, I mean he talks about everything food, but he talks about monatomic gold and how you got to use just a tiny bit of it, and when you use it, it strips something over here. So you got to make sure you use it with something else. So you got to look those videos up. It's on his channel. Look up Minister Inky, and he might be able to type in monatomic gold. He might have a whole show focused on Inky, and he might be able to type in monatomic gold. He might have a
So what y'all brothers want to get into now, man?
I'm about to go off. We can just lip box.